Okay, we start here. Hello, YouTube, and welcome to the commentary version of the new FireRed Round 2 world record. If you want to learn more about the run, or you like the sound of my voice, or you prefer this kind of video, I think this is going to be a good one. So let's get right into it. This is probably the correct attempt. If it's not, then I will know quickly. The Squirtle thing in the overlay is just for the beginning, so we can see which Squirtles there were and talk about if there was any decision to be made about which Squirtle we chose. So right now, I am going to check my trainer ID, and I'm actually going to do the same thing if I was on a run. I'm going to put this trainer ID in. So this was 3146, and this is what I see. This is the list of Squirtles. So we see this Squirtle on 4647. And this Squirtle on 5352. Now, I wind up going for this Squirtle, and looking at it, it's actually kind of close. This one is 12 seconds slower, but it has special defense breakpoint, special attack breakpoint. This attack doesn't matter. It's like the same. But I just really hate running HP this low, so I went with the 10 HP. Honestly, you could have gone with either here. I think these were roughly as good. So just to quickly explain Squirtle Manip, the idea is that FireRed Leaf Green runs at 60 frames per second, and a new unique Squirtle with random stats and nature is generated on each of those frames, so 60 Squirtles per second. What we do is when we load into the game, the first thing is we check our trainer ID. And the reason we do that is that that number is indicative of our RNG seed. There are 65,536 different possible RNG seeds. And so there are that many sets of different possible Squirtles. At the beginning of the run, I check my trainer ID, enter that number into a program that spits out all of the possible Squirtles on that ID. It filters them by minimum stats and natures that I've set, and then I choose the best one. From there, all I have to do is hit a 1 in 60 frame window, a 1 frame window at 60 FPS, and then I'll get that Squirtle. Anyway, this is the one we went with in the end. It was definitely the earlier Squirtle for sure. So we don't need that anymore. Now we can see the stats. And context for this, I had already said it was my last run for the day on the previous run and died to YOLOing Rock Tomb on Brock. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll do one more try. But I was literally ending the stream if I didn't hit this Squirtle. Like, I wasn't even doing, like, more Squirtle attempts. I was done if this wasn't it. Got a little crit there. And I can actually tell that this is the correct Squirtle because it has 19 HP and because I'm taking 2 damage from Bulbasaur's Tackle. Both of those things were pretty indicative that this was the correct Squirtle. There was nothing near it that it could have been other than that. So then we check stats at level 6. We actually see them when we level up. And so now we're like, all right, I got to do one more. See level 2 rat, and actually 2-shot it, which is not that common, even with good attack. So we've actually already saved 2 turns, and this Squirtle was on a relatively early frame. So this time is currently amazing. And then we see level 3 bird. I probably would have opted to not kill this if I didn't have 21 attack IV, but 21 attack IV is exactly the IV where you get +2 or 12 attack at level 6. So I actually did opt to kill it. And the reason you kill the first thing is so that you get Water Gun after Brock. You won't get level 13 or Water Gun after Brock if you don't kill one thing. And then once you kill one thing, killing the second thing gets you Bubble for the forest, which any percent already kind of likes to do sometimes in certain situations because it really helps with the Weedle guy fight. But in round 2, it helps a lot with weakening wild bugs to catch them, and it lets you weaken Pikachu in the forest because, first of all, Tackle does no damage to it, but even if it did, it has the ability Static, and if you get paralyzed, you're fucked. So getting Bubble is something that you do pretty much every run in round 2. Yeah, I mean, I have, I'm reading current chat, but I'm just not responding to it that much. If there's good questions or anything, I'll try to answer them. So now on the way up, we don't want any encounters other than level 2 Rattata is acceptable. We can actually catch that. I want to say that happens, right? Yeah. So this is the only encounter on Route 1 that is worth catching. And the reason for it is, you see we chunked them really hard there. You either hit them to... So basically, catch rates work in breakpoints. Once you bring it past a certain HP, it becomes dramatically more likely to catch. And this Rattata, this level 2 Rattata is always at least 78% to get in the ball. It hits that breakpoint where 78% is online. We actually get a breakout there, which is horrible. It's like the one argument to not do it is that now I only have 3 Pokeballs for the forest, and like, you know, in a perfect world, I'm catching 3 things in the forest, so any more breakouts and that would be very bad. But we make it to the end here. This is 709 with Rattata. This run is extremely good right now, actually, even with the breakout. The start is really good. I mean, yeah, if you're watching this and you don't know about the 60 catches, that's a thing, I suppose. But yeah, in order to battle the beefed up Gen 2 Pokemon included leveled up version of the Elite Four, you have to unlock the National Deck. In order to unlock the National Decks, you have to do a bunch of side quests post-game on the islands. And in order to do those side quests, I think I did that in the wrong order, but anyway, you need to catch 60 unique Pokemon, and so that's why we got to catch so much. And you'll see at the bottom, the orange marked pokes are pokes that I have. The blue marked pokes are pokes that I'm going to get for sure. And there's one more color, which is like light blue or translucent blue or something, and that means I'm going to rare candy that Pokemon to evolve it later. So Forest is both less and more painful than it is in any percent, because like in any percent, all the encounters are bad. But in this run, it's, you know, you have Caterpie, Weedle, Pikachu that are actually good. We don't get either, any of that. We get Kakuna. You can tell I actually look triggered because I'm pretty sure that was the next, like the run prior to that also had Kakuna first encounter. And we get the Caterpie, level 3. Likely to be 78% after a hit. Yep. So that's enough. Basically, it needs to be, what is it? I think it's under 55% HP to get the 78% for Pokemon with really high catch rates like that. That is solidly a gun flip. One ballet. And then we actually make it. So 2 encounter forest, one of them good, already pretty good. Sub 10 guy with 2 catches. Oh, dude, this, I think something crazy is gonna happen. If I remember, yeah, this is definitely what happened. Okay, so Weedle Guy's scary. His crit does 7 and 9. Poison fucks you up. Okay, yeah. So I get Poison Sting here. I'm actually pausing. I get Poison Sting here. It doesn't poison. It wouldn't have killed me. But this is like a pretty key decision point in this run. Like, this looks really bad because you're 50% to die to this Poison Sting, but you just have to risk it because the alternative is you heal to full and now you never get Torrent and you lose a minute or something. Like, literally like a minute you'll lose because you heal here. So yes, this time is fire. Good catches so far, etc. But it doesn't matter how good the run is. You have to bubble in here, and we do, and we get the string shot. The run was 50% to die right here, and the stream would have ended for the day. It would have just been another day. So now our HP is perfect from here. I actually, even if I got poisoned and let my HP drop down, I feel like I'm making all these hand motions, but no one can see them. It's annoying. I want to make this box slightly bigger. I'm doing like, okay. I mean, yeah, so it's a YOLO, but not really a YOLO. You just have to do that, unfortunately. I'll probably do Sapphire next. So that Geodude, you need to be in Torrent or it doesn't die. Just one reason you need to set up for Torrent for the gem. Then Sandshrew is, it's like 80%-ish to two-shot. We get a good roll there. 80%-ish with Torrent. Without, it's like a shitty 3-shot range. So we keep our good HP. We see Math Genius say, I'm attached. He was attached before Brock. That's funny. I kind of want this to be. Sure. You called it. This is literally at 0 chance of failure from here. It's good. I could. But it's fine. I think it looks okay like this. Other than the fact that I cut off too much from the top. Okay, we kill the Geodude. We withdraw on Onyx. This is to intentionally take more damage to keep Torrent for the coming level ups. We get 2 bind misses. So I'm just tackling to stall while also increasing the chance that the bubble kills. We get tackle on this turn. That's actually bad. Or actually it didn't matter. I was taking 3 from bind either way. The important thing was to get tackle on turn 2 there, because having 5 HP here lets me have Torrent all the way until level 15 instead of just level 14. And that is, it's just Torrent for additional levels. So you save, what is it, like 1.5 turns because the Caterpie's a range. So this winds up being Brock Talks Forever. 1354 with 2 catches. So I am 1 minute and 3 seconds ahead of record, like straight up. He had 2 bugs instead of bug plus rat, but those are honestly worth about the same. It does force me to have to come back to Pewter later in the run to get Weedle. But as far as pace goes, we're legitimately a minute ahead of record. Now, Brock is one of his weaker splits for sure. But yeah, so we do a bye here. I believe I'm going to do 3 4 2 2, right? Yeah. So I do a lot of different like combinations of Pokeball, Potion, Antidote, Paralyze Heal. And on this run, I had already used 3 balls and I still had my Antidote. So I will sometimes only buy 2 balls there because I need to buy more antidotes. I actually lost my previous run before this one because I ran out of antidotes. And I also like to go high on the potions because having 6 potions, or even 5, but really 6, makes it a lot more likely that you'll be able to skip Cerulean Center if you want to. So we get to see the power of Torrent on Route 3. Every single thing on Route 3 is a 2-shot without Torrent and a 1-shot with Torrent. So every time one of these bugs dies, imagine it not dying and then string-shotting me. And then you lose 10 years. We didn't hit the last at the top. Definitely did that on one of my runs. Somehow I ran into her. But yeah, with Torrent, this route is pretty trivial. If you don't have Torrent, you have to stall on some combination of the bugs to get the Torrent. Yesterday. So this is level 15, where if Onyx had used Bind instead of Tackle, we wouldn't have had Torrent for this. This Caterpie is a damage range. And then this Metapod just doesn't die. It does make it a little bit easier to catch Jigglypuff if you're not in Torrent, especially the most common level 3 ones. But you'd still prefer to be in Torrent than not, because Jigglypuff sucks and is bait anyway. So we go for an encounter here, trying to find Spearow. That's ultimately the goal of Route 3 and Route 4, is to get Spearow. That's a guaranteed catch from there. He has 3 moves, and one of them is Peck. So 1 and 3 to take damage there. We don't take damage. So it's at this point in the run where I'm looking at a number of factors to decide which optional trainer in Mount Moon do I want to fight. And there's a lot of factors to consider. What your defense is, what your HP is, how many things you've caught, how many balls you have, etc. So this situation is actually pretty clear for me, at least. I have 4 catches that are not War Turtle, which means there's 1 open party space. And I have 13 HP with really good defense. So I am going to not catch Zubat here because I don't want to take the damage from it. And if I caught Zubat, it would fill up my party, forcing me to take Cerulean Center to then make more party space to get Abra in my party later. So I'm also going to pick up the Persim Berry here. This heals Confusion. And the reason that I'm doing this is because I think this is actually 50% for Water Pulse, is it not? Yeah, I had enough. Okay, so I had enough special defense to where this is, I'm 50% to get Swift and 50% to get Water Pulse. Starmie just chooses whatever move does more damage to you, or whatever move that it thinks does more damage to you. So if you have very high defense and very low special defense, it will generally Water Pulse, and the reverse is also true. So sometimes I'll pick up the Persim Berry when it's 50-50. Sometimes I won't. More often than not, no. But this run is really fucking good right now. So I opt to play on the safer side and pick up the Persim Berry. The Persim Berry does, it can save you from confusion on more than just Misty. So it's not like you're picking it up just for Misty. But, oh, this was kind of cute. Wait, I actually want to turn the volume on for this because this one's funny. So if this rocket, or if this hiker walks up, then he threatens walking up again and seeing you. So listen to my voice. I think this is what Persim Berry, because I'm 50% to get Water Pulse.
Like, oh shit!
I'm 50% to get. I had to react to that because if I didn't react on that exact tile, right? It's like, 50%. Yeah. So if I didn't react and go up on this tile, I was risking him hitting me. Now, it wouldn't have actually killed the run. I would have just not fought Rocket if I hit this guy. But yeah. Water Pulse. He kind of snuck up on me there. So we run up to that guy, force him to look left, then walk to him and talk to him to interact with him faster than letting him see you and walk to you from the top. So fighting this guy is good in the sense that this Rattata outspeeds you and it has 3 damaging moves, and we want to take damage here. It's risky in the sense that it's a 10 and 16 damage range with Water Gun in Torrent, and he has Hyper Fang, which can A, flinch you, and B, does, on this defense, 11 to 13 damage, 1 in 16 to do the highest roll of 13 damage. We get Tail Whip here, and miss the range. So now I'm dead to Hyper Fang. I'm just dead to Hyper Fang. I'm also dead to like Quick Attack, Crit, and stuff. But we still want to get like Quick Attack or Tackle Heal to take the damage. We get Tail Whip again. We're not dead, which is great, but Tail Whip is pretty fucking troll for doing Rocket, if you ask me. Because now we have no Torrent for the next fight. Or the one after, if we continue to not take damage. I have lost runs because I wasn't in Torrent for the next fight, and the Zubat doesn't die and no Supersonic. So I guess you might be wondering why we fight an optional trainer in Mount Moon. Well, we get War Turtle early for the coming fights, which suck. Both of those fights suck. And it's really important to set up level 20 for Misty, 19 to get the move Bite to fight Misty with, and 20 to drastically improve the damage ranges such that the fight is pretty clean. So it's necessary / faster to fight one of several optional trainers in Mount Moon. And this run we went for which should be the fastest one and also technically the riskiest, but it was definitely the correct move here. So we don't get Quick Attack from this rat to set up the Torrent. Unlucky. We get Hyper Fang, 2 of 9, and then we don't get Quick Attack. I wouldn't have died to Quick Attack, but it would have set up a really awkward situation. So in the end, we lost. Well, we missed the range on the rat, so we lost a turn. And then we didn't one-shot that rat, but it actually wound up being pretty fine. Sometimes you can get level 17 right after that fight if you've gotten more experience than I have, but this run I didn't. If I did get level 17 there, I would have candied early, done the fight, leveled to 19, and then candied after the fight. This fight has a lot of benefits for being level 18, or for being level 18. but not this run. Get hard in there, pretty happy about it. Could have died to like pound crit high roll, or poison gas was horrible, or disable was horrible. We actually outspeed the Voltorb here, because with exactly 31 speed, you outspeed. Speed tie otherwise, and get the 9 and 16 range. Pretty sick. And then this coughing is 14 and 16 to die. Have lost runs to missing that range too. Pretty clean, all things considered. Happy to not be dead. Happy to have Spearow in my party. I've lost so many runs to then, if you don't have Spearow, you have to go to Route 4 here, and it's 35% to encounter Spearow. You get a couple chances at it because you can catch Rat, Ekans, etc. while you're there, but you ultimately must have Spearow when you enter Cerulean Center, because you need to trade Spearow for Farfetch to get an extra Mon that you can't get anywhere else, but also Farfetch learns Cut and Fly in one party slot, which is really valuable for this run. Teach Mega Kick here. Gotta do it. Necessary evil. Only way to handle various grass threats in this run. And I actually got this question the other day, like, well, you go out of your way to pick up this rare candy. It must be pretty important. Well, it's not that far out of the way, but yes, it is very important to get this rare candy. You have to be level 20 for Misty. Like, the difference between level 19 Misty and level 20 Misty is astronomically bad. Like, you have to be 20. So this is the center that we would have to walk in if I caught Zubat. We'd go in, deposit War Turtle, retake it back in the party to heal it, and deposit a couple of Pokemon to make room for Abra, Eevee, mostly Abra, but we have exactly enough party space for that Abra in the last slot, so we don't actually have to take the center. This can be difficult because it can be hard to have enough potions to do this, since you have to invest 2 into healing. And then, like, compared to any percent, you're skipping the Mart in Vermilion. That's part of this, like, kind of new late surge era, is you skip that Mart in Vermilion. So you have to buy more repels in your first shop to cover your repel needs for a longer period of time. So you don't have as much money to spend on potions as you do in any percent. You actually also sell Rock Tomb to achieve that. So it's Misty time. We bite. It hardens. We're happy. It can Water Pulse there. Good range. It's 93% to 2-shot. If you miss the range, she's Super Potions. It's really slow and sad. Standard Staryu. So now we're 50% Swift, 50% Water Pulse. We get a Swift. We're happy about it. Bite. Okay, so this is green bar. So sometimes you get a good enough roll here that you can just go ahead and bite on turn 2, which is sick. 41% for bite to kill. But this roll is definitely bad. You can tell by the fact that the HP bar is green, so we have to tackle before biting here. Get a Water Pulse. And it confuses. And it confuses. And the Persian Redemption arc. So many times we picked it up and it didn't get procced, but this run it did. Exciting. Okay, now, this is some bullshit. This exact HP is very annoying. So I'm in Torrent, which means that Pidgeotto is 1 in 4 to die to Water Pulse, but my special defense is 16, which means that Vine Whip is doing 17 to 20 from Bulbasaur. If I had 21 special defense, then it would be doing 15 to 18 instead, and I could actually go in the fight at this HP and risk this. But instead, I'm pretty much forced to potion before the fight here. And what's annoying about that is that I am still going to be over half HP after taking 1 instance of Pidgeotto damage, which means that I'm still more likely than usual to see Leech Seed from Bulbasaur, which is really, really bad. Teach Water Pulse and Potion in 2 separate menus here. It looks stupid, but the TM cases register to select, which just goes boom and then boom and you're out, right? Well, if you try to go into the TM case from the menu, it's like a menu within a menu, and then you got to come out of the menu within the menu, and then leave the menu of the menu of the menu, and it's just way slower than just having the TM case set to select and doing it in separate menus. Okay, this fight sucks. This fight kills you a lot. This fight's scary. We get Quick Attack on turn 1. We're so happy about that. That could have been Sand Attack. We really want Quick Attack here because we don't want to be over half HP. We've been put in this situation. That's exactly what I said, where I took 1 hit from Pidgeotto. I'm still over half HP. So Mega Kick doesn't kill here, so we bite. Sleep Powder, pretty standard there. So now we're praying. We're praying that it doesn't Leech Seed. We're praying it doesn't Leech Seed. Just Vine with me, bro. He Leech Seeds. It hits. We're in a bad spot here. So this is a huge decision point. We have quite good attack at 21. I don't know exactly what this range is. Someone can, can try to estimate this. Maybe 50% or something to kill from here. I'm honestly just kind of over it at this point. Like, I do not, at this point in the day, it's like 5 hours into the stream, I am not trying to play out a garbage run. So I just opt to kick in here. This is definitely a damage range, and I don't know how likely this was to kill exactly. Probably not like incredibly likely, but I'm just like, yep, got to do it. And we actually get the kill, which like that decision just saved like 45 seconds over what I would have had to do to play that safely, which was like switch out, come back in, bite again, probably 6 and 16. Yeah, see, that's rough, but what are you gonna do? Get quick attack here. I'm dead to crit, and now we have a couple of risks to take, but I mean, considering the pace of the run, I'm not going to sit here and say that it was correct to kick in there. It is a nice message from him. How can you walk comfortably with such big balls, says chat. So that was the second kind of large, like, we could have died moment. I'm not going to sit here and say that it was correct to go for kick there, but I'm not going to say it's incorrect either. It's just a rough spot to be in, knowing that, you're like 50% or something to just kick and kill, or you lose 45 seconds to a minute, swapping out, killing the Leech Seed, potioning because you're dead to Vine Whip, coming back in, biting again, getting Sleep Powdered again. Now your Awakenings are in trouble for the like. It's just not a good line. It's just shit. Anyway, that fight's free, but this is the only like. Was I not? I was at 20. Was I at 24 there? Oh yeah, I was at 24 because I hadn't taken the other tick yet. True. But yeah, so this is like the only dangerous thing pretty much left, is that I have to kick this. It doesn't die to anything else, and it's 50% to absorb if I miss the kick. So I'm 1 and 8 to die to this Oddish, but we just hit the kick. So thank goodness. That was like the last scary thing for a little while. I love European Degenerate. So yeah, rest of the bridge is free. Just basic stuff like the Sandshrew barely dies to bite at level 23. So you bite to avoid super effective attacks. Saves about 1 second over water gunning. And then this seconds dies to water gun and torrent, but not out of torrent. Water gun has less letters than water pulse and 1 input closer, so faster to water gun if you know that it dies to torrent water gun. Just little stuff like that adds up, but no actual danger since everything just is outsped in one shot. This run definitely had last run of the day vibes. You can check my Snapchat story to see what I celebrated with for the next several hours anyway. I think I forget that. I think I like try to water gun twice this run or something because when you don't Cerulean Center, you wind up running out of water guns eventually. So you have to start pulsing even when you would have otherwise water gunned. Doing all right. Doing only 3 hours of commentary to go. This is like the slowest part of it though. I could even skip through this, but I like to just watch the whole run when we do commentary. Even though all of this is just press button, press right button. You gotta press the right button. You could still press the wrong button. I've done it before. So we have a decision point here. You can fight one of 2 hikers here. Technically both of these hikers right here on screen are optional, but you have to fight one of them to progress. So you choose whether to fight top or bottom hiker based on A, if you're going to be in Torrent for level 25, and B, if you have bad attack less than 15. If either of those are true, then you fight this guy because you need to... Basically, you need to get one extra Pokemon of experience between this or a similar situation in Rock Tunnel where you have to fight one of 2 trainers. And this guy's an extra Pokemon to get the experience with. We were in Torrent for level 25 for sure. And we had good attack. So yeah, it's still worth fighting top hiker here. So now we have to set up this spinner pass. And I'm going to actually watch this again. So I delay pickup here. And then we turn and then open them. Oh, that was really fast. Fuck. We turn and then open the menu to make sure he hasn't spun left here, right? So this gives me time to react to it. I've set up the pass such that if he hasn't turned left, he won't be able to turn left by the time that I pass. Then I'm going to walk right, because if I run right, he'll look at me. Run up, run right, forcing him to look up. Walk one down. We'll do the whole thing again. Delay picking up the item so I don't pick it up frame perfectly. Sets up this frame. Boom, 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 and then we win. See? It's easy. Just do that. I can't believe the same person won slots twice on the commentary record. Commentary video. Commentary record video. The record commentary video. Insane. That's right. That's VIP world record. More killing stuff, though we're really happy that Rattata didn't quick attack, because if he did, then this would have been a really annoying situation where I likely would have had to potion on, I guess, the second Oddish after pulsing the first one. Just too many things you can die to after you get quick attack there, right? Or no, I guess I was fine-ish. No, yeah, actually, I guess it wasn't a heal, just barely. Oh, right. The Rattata's only doing 3, so we still would have been at 10. Even if it did 5, we wouldn't have had to heal, though, because we still tank Raticate from there. So, yeah. Quick attack was still not preferable, but I'm feeling nice and safe right now. 13 and 16 range on Oddish here. This is why the decision point of fighting that guy with 2 Pokemon to get Torrent for level 25. Like, having Torrent for 25, this is why. So you can Water Pulse this Oddish. For the 13 and 16 range, more likely to kill than Mega Kick, saves a Mega Kick. This Oddish, I don't know how it works out, whether the first one's minus special D or whatever, but this one has a lot more special defense, so you actually have to kick this one, because it's only 41% to die to Water Pulse. We miss the kick, but get Sweet Scent. Thank God that wasn't absorbed. Actually, totally fine with missing the kick, as long as it's not absorbed there. And then we do wind up getting Quick Attack from Pidgey for 3, but that's okay, because we still tank Drowsy moves and Raticate Quick Attack. I think Absorb still does 6 to 8. So this is a split where we definitely traditionally saved a good bit of time on world record. This wasn't even that insane, actually, saving 9 seconds, but we fought the slower trainer. World record fights the fast trainer there. The bottom hiker that only has 1 Pokemon rather than the top hiker. So I believe we have one, yeah, we have 1 kick left because we missed the one on Oddish. And Drowsy is 3 and 16 to die to Torrent Water Pulse, I think. So it is very important that we hit the Mega Kick here, because if not, we got problems. We got Hypnosis, we got Confusion, Confuse, we got Dead to Crit. And then, so like, let's say I miss that and then he hits me with fucking Headbutt or whatever for 6. Well, now I don't have a move that kills him. So I have to Potion. Now I'm not in Torn anymore. Then he puts me to sleep. Then I Awakening. It was very, very important to hit that kick. Sometimes you can actually have to pick up the extra ether by Bill's house because you aren't in Torrent and you already ran out of kicks because you missed so many already to kick the Drowsy, and then also this upcoming Raticate that only dies to Torrent Water Pulse or Mega Kick. I guess it's a good time to mention after walking through that grass that the first 6 steps that you take on a new route are only 1% to produce an encounter each. So we actually took exactly 6 steps through the grass while still dodging the trainer there. We'll do the same thing on the way up. Was dead to critical quick attack there, 1 in 64, but, you know, when would that ever happen? I have actually died to that multiple times, but, you know. All right, so this is where the run is a little bit different than it used to be. We are planning on not fighting Surge right here on our first trip to Vermilion. So we actually take the boat heal before arrival and don't use the rare candy prior to this fight, instead of boat healing after the fight and rare candying after the fight for Surge. So we lead with Bite. We're at full HP, which means this guy loves to sand attack, which is the downside of this strat. I've gotten so much fucking sand attack. Could have switched to Rat here, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just used to switching to Spearow because now I'm going to trade Spearow for Farfetch'd and basically revive it for free, increasing the number of swaps I have later, but wasn't a big deal. Probably could have just done Rattata there. Water Pulse, because that's a damage range with Bite. And then this is also a different strat. We're going to lead Mega Kick here for 2 reasons. One, to judge the damage that it does to see if we can Bite. This is clearly in Overgrow, which is Ivysaur Torrent. I mean, just looking at it, it definitely is dead to Bite. And so that's one benefit of having good attack like we have right here. And then the other reason is that we actually, I know it's weird because we just healed to full, but we actually want to take damage here. Really, we'd like to end this fight in Torrent if we can, but it's just important to take like a chunk of damage, because if you leave this fight at full HP, you can have big problems later. So we actually get the Overgrow Vine Whip right away, don't have to go through the sleep powder bullshit. So we got Sand Attack, but we also got Vine Whip right away, so pretty okay with that, actually. And then this Raticate actually does die to Mega Kick, but setting up taking more damage, as well as saving a Mega Kick, I think it's worth Water Gunning rather than just trying to kill it with Mega Kick. Kind of a twofer there. Pretty close, honestly, to lose a turn just to take damage and save a Mega Kick, but I think it's the more consistent play. Give him a little rub and get out of here. All right, old route would go and just fight Surge right now and die like 50% of the time because level 28 War Turtle versus Raichu with Shockwave and Double Team is not a good matchup, especially when it outspeeds you. So since I last ran this game, the delay Surge route saw some improvements, such as skipping the Mart and some optimizations that it was decided pretty unanimously among top runners that taking some time loss off of your top end, like top end being Surge goes really well and you don't delay it, get some extra XP for the upcoming sections. Delaying that so that you can come back later and get a guaranteed win on Surge is like worth it, because it lets you get to the part of the game that actually matters, the part where you struggle to try to catch 60 Pokemon. You go to Safari Zone, 10 executes, run away. You go to Power Plant, it takes 12 encounters to find Pikachu, etc. Getting to that part of the game more often is more valuable than, 30 to 45 seconds that you save from not delaying Surge. And the thing is that even when you beat Surge, a lot of times it takes a lot of time to do it, because you have to do heal shenanigans, and you don't always get that time save it's not just like a risk that you take and then we get the time save. It doesn't always just go well. So this is the route we do now, where we got to come back for Surge later, but we're alive and we're happy about it. No, I wouldn't say that. Record is more likely to need Pika. So we only lost 10 seconds to Record split there. He has a really good split and we got Sand Attack, so really happy with that, actually. Really happy with this run. We're 1 mon behind Record right now. Yeah. We had 6 at Misty. Haven't marked Farfetch'd yet, but so we're still solidly a minute ahead of Record here easily, which is fantastic. This fight sucks really bad. Yep, Puff is bait. Pika doesn't exist. So you have to kick, and now we have to bite this. I forget exactly what this range is. What is it? Maybe 10 and 16? But this is one of the ranges that's worse with 30 over 31 special. If you had 31 special IV, this is a 12 and 16 range. So you have to hit 2 kicks in a 10 and 16 range. If you're in Torrent, you can Water Pulse that and it dies. But this fight can actually, you could just lose a minute here. Miss kick, stun spore, heal the stun spore, come back in, miss kick. Oh shit, I'm out of kicks. I got to bite now. Oh, I missed the Bellsprout range of Poison Powder. But we just get the cleanest fight ever, and we're so happy. So now we're going to do a little spinner pass action. We're going to run down to the tile, the furthest tile we can that makes him look left, get on the bike quickly, and then just pass him. Probably, hopefully. Yeah, okay, yeah, so we did it right that time. I've actually been struggling with that one recently. Guaranteed way to get past the spinner. There's different ways to pass different spinners depending on the circumstances, but that's just a pretty easy one. Should have used bite here. Tiny mistake. I know that I'm biting Venonat since I'm not in Torrent, and I don't have the attack to kick it, so should have used bite on the first Caterpie, but very, very small mistake. Because it's less letters, by the way. That's why. Each printed letter is one frame, so using a move with a longer name is slower. Lower a candy action. We walk inside this Pokemon Center because we need to be able to fly back here later to do Power Plant. Weird that I stepped left there. I never do that. I never mistime that get on the bike. And yeah, that Pokemon Center is not linked to a city, so you actually have to walk inside to be able to fly there later. I delay my elixir. Sometimes you have to elixir in that menu, but I still have 2 kicks left since we got good luck up until this point. So actually delay the elixir. And we're at this HP where it's just outside of Torrent. You'd like to be in the highest possible Torrent at level 28 to make Oddish a bit better. Get a flinch on Slowpoke, which is great. Confusion Confuse can end your run. Or Confusion Crit can put you in range to die to like Missing Kick on Bulbasaur or something. But we would actually have liked to take a little love tap there into high Torrent. Neither Slowpoke ever dies on this route. The other one, their damage range is unlikely, but still ranges. But yeah, on this route, you can actually get Bite Disable and then like not do enough damage and have to Water Pulse instead of Water Gun. So we actually get Water Gun to 1 HP out of Torrent. 1 little HP. Quite annoying because that can make Oddish, the Martha Oddish here a lot worse. So this is this is honestly one of the most impacted fights by Late Surge. On the Late Surge route, you've used an extra rare candy by now, and you have the Surge plus his minion XP, so you're a higher level for this Oddish, and you can just kick it with good attack, and it dies. But on this route, it doesn't die, or it doesn't die often enough, even with really good attack. Pretty sure it just doesn't die. Then you have to lead Bite. So we lead Bite, and then we have to judge, based on how much damage this Bite did, which move we want to use here. If you're in Torrent, then Bite plus Water Pulse is quite likely to kill. You could even Water Pulse from like here or some shit. Sometimes you have to Mega Kick on turn 2 if your Bite did like really low damage. And here we're not in Torrent, so our choices are Bite or Mega Kick. This Bite was quite a good damage roll. I'm confident that this is still a damage range. That Bite was the better option. And we get the flinch. We're pogging. That was sick. And it dies. So we save the kick. Saving the kick there is also valuable because if I miss Bulbasaur and he hits me with, like, say, Poison Powder or Razor Leaf, and I don't have another Mega Kick to throw in, then I just have to Super Potion and then try to two-shot it somehow. So really nice to have 2 kicks for the Bulbasaur, but we actually just hit really sick Martha. The crit was unnecessary. That was guaranteed with this attack, but epic. Epic Martha. I set up my repel. Boom, 1 away from the wall. I know that. Makes it easy for me. So this next point, this next room, basically, I can fight one of 2 trainers like we talked about earlier. There's 2 trainers in this room. You have to fight one of them to progress. And I am going to fight the standard one that you do in any percent because I already fought the Pokemon or the trainer with an extra Pokemon to get the experience I needed earlier after Nugget Bridge. So this guy has 3 Pokemon. The other guy in the room has 4 Pokemon. And then there's other like minor differences, right? Like on the any percent / early surge route, you can bite that Onix to save super effective text, but you're not a high enough level to do that on this route. But you know, that's like super minor. This Geodude is actually a 15 and 16 range. I believe it doesn't know self-destruct yet, so it's not like the craziest thing, but it can be really annoying to miss that. Now we use our elixir. This Jigglypuff is a 14 and 16 range when you're not in Torrent like this. Happy to have gotten that one. The being just outside of Torrent is quite annoying, but, you know, run a better HP IV, bro. Maybe you'll get better Torrent. Not really, though, since you start out this section with a high max HP. Oh, yeah, so if I remember correctly, this spinner pass goes a little weird. So this is another situation where we need to run up to a certain tile, force the spinner to look in a certain direction, get on the bike quickly, and then pass him. But you have to do it in Rock Tunnel, so it's, like, scarier, right? Can't see anything. Actually, I want to look at the input viewer here. Bite those Geodudes to avoid super effective text again. But then, like, Graveler doesn't die to bite, so you have to water down. So, we set this up. Okay. I don't know. This was so weird, actually. Okay. So we make it to the tile, the correct tile. I get on the bike, but my finger misses the up button, or, like, I'm not confident that I'm going to press up, and I just, like, freeze. I'm like, okay, let's take our time. Make sure we don't fuck this up. I know that the way that I do this pass is 2 tiles away from the spinner. So I then get off the bike, run 1 tile up. He forces him to look down. You can see he's looking down, and he was already looking down. And then you can pass from here. It's actually a less of a tight timing window to pass him on the bike here. Then I'll get back on the bike to pass him, and then get off the bike to reduce the audio lag transition between this and the next room. And then get back on the bike, dodge these, and boom, and then we're going to get back off the bike again so that I can set up getting on the bike to reduce the audio lag transition exiting Rock Tunnel. It's a bunch of nerd shit, but it adds up. And this is the last Mega Kick that really matters anyway. It's technically there's one on Eradicate, but we're just like, after a nice, long, hard day in Rock Tunnel, you just really want to hit this kick. You really just want to hit this one. And we do, and it feels so good. It feels so good to not get fucking stun spored, man. And then, as if that wasn't good enough, quick attack into Torrent. This is just beautiful. I want to cry. It depends on which one. This one saves, like, pretty solid amount of time, like half a second, right? Get on, boom, boom. Just loads right away. So this guy you can hit. We actually did hit him once. It's faster to go here than it is to go all the way around. That's an Arcadius resub, not a trainer. That's right. So if this guy walks right, he threatens walking right again to see you. So as long as you react to him walking right and then go one right yourself, he can't hit you. He didn't walk right here, so we walk in the Pokemon Center here so that we can use Abra to teleport back here. Remember, Surge is the gym leader that lets you use Fly outside of battle. So yeah, managing your teleport is very important. And that is why I need to make sure that there's room for Abra in my party, because now that I have set up that teleport to be at Lavender, I can't walk inside any Pokemon centers because that would overwrite the teleport waypoint. So like if I wanted to, for example, make room for Abra now, I wouldn't be able to do that without ruining the teleport. So that's why you need to have the party space for Abra. You would normally pick up the free Eevee here, but we do not have party space for it this run. So we're going to delay that until much later into the run again, so that we have room for Abra. No, I'm not doing any runs of anything today. My hands are killing me. Put a lot into this. Yeah, I did the dismount after we just talked about it. Unlucky. I'm like super zoned out for this part. I find it easier to zone out for sections like that where you just got to remember a bunch of shit to do. Just let the muscle memory carry you. And if anything starts to feel weird, then you lock back in. It was 1,163 days until we went without a world record. So we get to Water Pulse this because we got Quick Attack from the Pidgey. Dies to Torrent Pulse. Yo, 10,000 bits. Dulcet. Thank you. That's what's up. Sorry, no alerts right now. Not for the commentary, even though there's 10 million alerts on the, on the world record video. We don't want alerts on alerts. So this PP up, I think the other PP up, we're about to pick up a nugget. There's a calcium. We pick up with all of that is to sell for money. We need so much money in this run to buy X items for a fucking 3-hour run. Ultra balls to catch shit in. Max repels. Super potions. Evolution stones. It's this Leaf has expensive tastes. You have to buy so much shit. All of that is just selling for money. It's kind of funny how much you buy in this run. Also, Eradicate quick attacked us there, which gave us Torrent for 32 as well. We only had Torrent for 31 there. Sub for life, huh? That's right. You get to see what you said in World Record. It's immortalized forever, both in the commentary video and the standard record video. Probably Sapphire next, but we'll see. I haven't decided exactly what my plan is because I'm moving next week and such. We'll figure it out. The stream will go on. Calcium there for money. 14 of the last 15 streams peaked over 1K on Twitch. That's sick. I'm going with my uncle in New Orleans. He's actually here in Florida today for my sister's graduation, which I'm going to after this. Again, this worked out perfectly that I get to do commentary today, so I don't have to worry about like, oh, I can't do any more attempts because I'm going to be late. Okay, so this is another downside of this early surge route. Is that these Ekans, well, this one's a 15 and 16 range out of Torrent, but whatever. You have to be in Torrent to kill these Ekans. This one is like a 7 and 16 range, or maybe it's even worse with 30 special, and the other one is like 10 and 16. Those are probably both wrong, but it's around there. But in Torrent, they just die with Water Pulse, so very nice to be in Torrent here. Same with the Ekans, yeah. This is when I said Ekanses or whatever. This is the other one. No, not usually. So yeah, they just both die in Torrent. And this Arbok is a nice damage range to die in Torrent on the early surge route where you have extra XP, but it never dies to Torrent Water Pulse here. So we lead Bite. Hoping to flinch here, actually. I think, yeah, this was actually kind of a disaster, right? Because we get Glare. Yeah, we get Glare. So I've started healing off this paralysis in the fight because he now outspeeds you and can start bite flinching you, which is really annoying. And I don't mind getting Poison Sting poisoned here because that puts me into Torrent for Kangaskhan. But we get bite and it does 9 damage. Now this is very important because I'm looking. Like I have a spreadsheet that tells me how much HP I'm going to have at every level with this HP IV and with the EVs that I've gained and such. And I can see that I needed 10 damage here to be in Torrent for Blastoise. So I'm now 1 HP out of Torrent for Blastoise, which is like the worst HP you could ever be. Because now Kangaskhan is threatening you pretty heavily. So I do something that I don't normally do here. Like normally I just go into the Kangaskhan fight and like what happens happens. But this run is so good here that I actually opt to potion in this menu, knowing that I have 3, have plenty of potions for the rest of the run. This is a much safer HP, and I'm also likely to have wanted to potion for Lavender Rival that comes after this anyway. So I take a safe, but what I believe is definitely correct line here, having been 1 HP out of Torrent. The big difference is that Kangaskhan is a 3-shot with Water Pulse out of Torrent, and it's a 2-shot with, well, 98% to 2-shot with Water Pulse in Torrent. Only scary thing was Mega Punch times 2. That's where you're wrong, and you will see exactly why. Not including crits. That's where you're wrong. Please observe this outcome. Where now we're 3-shotting with Water Pulse, right? No fake out. We get Tail Whip. So now we have to Water Pulse again. He Mega Punches. We live on, what's that? The exact amount we healed for. Feels good, man. It feels so good. Fuck, man. If I died there, I would have lost it. But yeah, Mega Punch was also a threat there. Or even if we hadn't have healed, I believe Bite plus Mega Punch was a damage range to kill from 30. What was I at? 36? I believe that's a range to kill from where I was. Maybe unlikely to kill from there. Yeah, well, anyway, I like the play. Even double Mega Punch. Like, I just feel like there was not really a reason to not play around that there. Because by not potioning there, I also play around Fake Out plus Mega Punch also. And I'm just so likely to have wanted to potion anyway that I felt so chill about potioning there. Now this is important. Normally you want to buy Abra second, so it's at the bottom of your party, so it's faster to access its teleport, because you can go like doop doop, and then you're right at the Abra. But if your party has 5 Pokemon in it, you need to buy Abra first before Clefairy. I actually killed a run buying Clefairy first one time, because then the Abra goes to the PC, and then you're fucked.
Flashback.
Oh, I just killed the run. Fuck. I've never done that before. The problem is that Abra is in the PC. And if I go into the PC to get Abra, then my teleport waypoint is fucked. I can't fly. Surge isn't beaten. The run's dead.
End of flashback.
Yeah, that run's on YouTube, of course. What made this run so good? Insane early game. I've been getting trolled by these freaking walking Pokemon. I actually think I should have gone down here on this first column. I think that was a better play than go all the way right, but let's not think about it too heavily. Okay, so I have a little bit of extra money this run because I fought the high money trainer Rocket in Mount Moon. So I actually can buy 1 extra X item, either an X speed or an X special. And I opt to buy 1 extra X speed this run. I like having the extra speed for a couple of different situations. And this is our big shopping trip that we had to sell all that shit for. At what point did you start to think, okay, this might be a world record run? Bro, this run is literally insane right now. This run is so good. This is easy, like, especially after the Snorlax split, this is the best run I've ever had at Snorlax for sure. Like, this early game was super sick, actually. Yeah, get an extra special. I actually, had I gotten Reflect from Alakazam on the final fight on the wrong turn, I would have actually been 1 X special short this run doing the optimal strat. So having the extra X special can also save you. She goes up. Yeah, I remember that. I remember being like, yes, finally not a stupid direction. You're thinking about it wrong, Minjay. We're not going to worry about that, though. You already X speed there. So teleport back to Lavender, as we talked about. Single best play I made this run. YOLOing Weedle in Viridian Forest. But I don't know. That was just objectively correct. Potion for Kangaskhan I liked a lot, too. Pivot for Lance 2 I liked a lot for sure. 2 different strats we can use here. We're using the Guard Spec X attack strat. Hoping for Sand Attack on one of these turns because we were kind of lowish HP. Plays around a couple of things like getting crit. So really happy to see that Sand Attack. And then get Quick Attack on the last turn to kind of ruin it. But it's okay. We shall survive. So these are 99% accurate Mega Kicks with an X accuracy. I have lost very good runs to missing the kick on either Ivysaur or Gyarados. Well, I mean, we would have gotten the different outcome if we didn't potion, but yeah, I mean, given the same luck, we would have died. So I actually pussy out here. I still have a Mega Kick, and this run is so good that I actually switched to Water Pulse here because I don't want to miss. I'm actually confident that the Kadabra can't KO me from there, but I'm sure he's got some fucking Kinesis bullshit, and I just didn't want to fuck with it. I was like, you know what? I'm really happy that I hit 3 1% kicks. I'm not gonna do it this time. Yeah, I mean, he probably just disables, probably. But you know what? Fuck him. I wasn't fucking with it. Yeah, he's got the same moveset as he does on Boat Rival. Okay. So we need to catch a Ghastly here. It's going to be, yeah, right there. On a bad run, I would just toss the Nest Ball here because this is a low-level Ghastly, level 13 and 14. If you just toss the Nest Ball, it's 78% to get in the ball. But this run is so good that I actually opt to just switch like a good boy and not risk the breakout into Curse, the breakout into Lick Para. And we actually get Curse for it, which lets us use the Great Ball instead. So we get super rewarded for being a little bitch, which feels great, not gonna lie. Keep the Nest Ball for later endeavors. To be clear, the Nest Ball is a ball that lost 10 seconds for nothing, but I still have my Nest Ball. Oh wait, I overscrolled here, technically. This was a mistake. So I'm like, okay, so this is what happened here. I am used to taking my TM case and swapping it up to where taking the berry pouch and swapping it up to where the TM case is here. But I picked up the Persian berry this run, which means that the berry pouch became active in my key item bag earlier. So it's already next to the TM case. So I open this menu and I haven't been picking up the Persian berry and making it this far. So I'm like, where the fuck am I? So I go down wait, did I skip it or did I just pause? Oh no, I'm just slow as fuck. Okay, I didn't overscroll anything. I was just really slow. That's acceptable. I was like, where am I? Where am I? Great Ball is 78% there as well. Nest Ball is guaranteed, though. This is another spinner setup. I intentionally let myself turn frame, which is turning a direction that you're not already facing, starting from a stationary position. You can see that, like, turn takes time. And then I actually pause here just ever so slightly to exit the state of moving to induce another turn frame, which now sets up this spin cycle so that when I press pause here, if she hasn't looked down yet, by the time I get the pause menu open, I can just walk past rather than having to actually go into the bag and freeze her. If you open your inventory or your Pokemon menu, then she's frozen for 32 frames no matter what timing cycle you were on. But just a little minor optimization to not have to do that. I was talking about the nest ball. So a lot of people always ask, like, oh, how the fuck did level 3 Weedle break out of Ultra Ball? Well, fun fact, level has nothing to do with catch rate at all, unless you're using a nest ball, a ball that works better on lower level Pokemon. So that's why Ghastly's level was important when thinking about which play I was going to make there, which ball I was going to use there. And I guess I should also mention that if you remember earlier at Boat Rival, I talked about how I wanted to take damage. It's because if you don't take damage by Boat Rival all the way later here at Lavender Rival, it can be difficult to get into Torrent for this section, and you need to be in Torrent for this section. There's a couple of Pokemon that just don't die, like Marowak and Golbat, for example. And then you need to be in Torrent for Koga's gym as well, generally speaking, especially the first trainer. So not taking damage all the way back at Boat Rival can make it difficult to actually take the damage you need if you like exited that fight at full HP, for example, which happens sometimes. Like if you crit the Ivysaur with Mega Kick, for example. Yeah, so Marowak dies, Golbat dies. We can Water Pulse Drowsy instead of biting it to save super effective attacks. Need to be in Torrent for Surge's gym as well, which is where we're going next. Yeah, well, if you do early Surge, you get access to HM Fly outside of battle earlier, which means you don't need party space for Abra. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. If I'm going to do route learning over the weekend or just take a break. I really haven't decided yet. I got my little sister's graduation tonight, and we're gonna do that and then go to dinner, I think, and then just gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna think about it tomorrow. But yeah, as long as you have the proper torrent setup, all of this is good. However, I will note that I'm pretty sure that my HP is really bad right now. That's right. Let's see what my HP winds up here. So I'm looking at what my HP is gonna be for level 40, which is currently. Oh, no, this was the other run today that my HP was bad, I guess. Because this HP is good, right? I'm going to be, yeah. So I'm going to be at 27 out of 118 at level 40 for Koga, which means that I can just Oran Berry, which I picked up earlier after Nugget Bridge. Just Oran Berry to good HP. And good HP for Koga is in Torrent, but not dead to Sludge from Weezing. This run and commentary will be on YouTube soon, TM. In the next day or two, I guess, most likely. The commentary itself, we might space that out a little bit with the release of the record video. I do have an editor, and he resubbed during this run for 116 months. Okay, so this is the early Surge detour. Like, this is the bad part besides the other small stuff we mentioned. You actually have to bike from Lavender to Surge. Like, this is a lot of the time loss over early Surge is that you actually have to just come back here because you don't have Fly yet. And that's okay. So this spinner cycle set itself up as long as you check these cans and don't do anything stupid. If he's not looking left here, you can just pass. He can't actually look on that cycle. But yeah, that's what makes Pikachu so strong, is that with early Pikachu, you don't need to go to Power Plant. You know that you already have Pikachu. So that means you can walk inside the Vermilion Center instead of the Rock Tunnel and Lavender Centers, teleport back here after getting the Fly HM, beat Surge, unlock Fly, and then fly back to Lavender rather than taking this bike detour. So that's one of the things that makes Pikachu super, super strong. All right. We get the trash can. We actually already got this trash can once today, which is funny. And now we save so that if the second trash can is wrong, we can reset and then choose a different second can. But we got the can first try, which is really exciting and means that this run is super, super sick right now. Like, this run at Snorlax was definitely my best pace ever for sure. Like, this run is just so good right now. Like, I was consistently 45, a minute 30 behind record at Snorlax. I'm, like, okay with that to, like, continue. And this run is just, like, giga ahead. It's, like, 20 seconds to reset or some shit. You need to be in Torrent for this Raichu to die to Pulse. But this is a... Assuming you're in Torrent, this is a 100% win rate fight. Nothing can go wrong. You outspeed everything and you one-shot everything. That fight going really cleanly and quickly is part of the reason that this strat is viable, is that consistency and speed. So now we can fly because we beat Surge. Okay, so let us for a moment look at the beauty that is this. Okay, so we're just legit 2 minutes ahead of PB, and accounting for 2 pokes on record, we'll say about 1 minute ahead of record. At Snorlax, record is really, really good. Record is good as fuck at Snorlax, and we're a minute ahead of that. So this run is absolute gigafire right now. This is more spinner pass cycle setup bullshit. We go here, we delay by at least 1 frame and pause. This guy hasn't moved, so that means we can take this path. If he looked left or up, then we would take this path instead. Then we do it again, delaying... Sorry, then we do it again, delaying by at least, 7 frames? And then this guy looked left, so we can't pass, but we can pass above him, just not, obviously, down. However, now that he's facing left, all I have to do is react to him spinning, and I'll have enough time to pass. So I just wait here for him to turn a different direction and then just go. You have enough time to do that. Okay, yeah. So I could have done this, right? I could have gone here to pass here. Yeah. So this is something I never actually practiced, but Ananon is right in that with this particular lineup of bikers, once I'm on this cycle, I can actually go 2 left and then, or I guess 1, 2, 3 left and then down from here. I've never practiced that. I'm not confident in doing it. So I just go 2 left and wait for this guy to spin. But technically I could have gone boom and then straight down right away. But we wound up losing like less than 1 second or some shit for it. But I could have lost more if he took longer to spin. No, he only has a range of right in front of his fucking face. Okay, it's Safari time, and this one was a banger. FireRed round 2. Gotta catch 60 Pokemon. Some of them have to come from Safari Zone. The balls are free. I mean, you pay 500, but balls are free. There's Pokemon you can't get anywhere else. You need a good Safari Zone. Many runs have died here. First encounter, Execute. This guy is a little bitch, but it's exciting because this Pokemon has a lot of value, right? Because if you catch it, then you can Leaf Stone it to Executor, so it's worth 2 Pokemon. This is a huge catch. We rock first, doubles his flee rate, doubles his catch rate, but the flee rate doubling doesn't apply on the first turn. So he's 25% to run here. He'll be 50% to run on the next turn. This is like, what, like 37% to get in the ball or some shit, which sucks. Like, really bad. We get 1, 2, 3. Disaster. You can see. Oh, he's so sad, and he should be. Same with Rhyhorn. Catch rate's too low. Gotta rock it. We actually do end up getting the Rhyhorn, though. That was actually pretty good. Rhyhorn is a tough one to catch, and you can't get this anywhere else. Bait does the opposite. Reduces the catch rate, reduces the chance to flee. A lot of times, I like to rush all the way to Area 3. I'll explain which area that is, but there's Entrance, and then Area 1. This is Area 1. A lot of times I like to rush straight to Area 3, but I know that I already have Rhyhorn here, so that changes what I want a little bit. Because the last area you camp in is normally Area 2, which has Rhyhorn and Paris. This zone has Doduo and Paris, and Area 3 has Venonat and Doduo. So I actually take a little bit more steps through the grass than I normally would here, because getting Paris here is a little bit extra good because it means that I just can camp out everything in Area 3 instead, knowing that my Area 2 has become not great. Get Execute again here. Already have Rhyhorn. And we actually one ball this one, which is sick. Execute is really nice to get. There's only one other place to get it, which is 5% encounter rate in Berry Forest. So super, super happy. Yeah. Over easy. Get Doduo here. Little breakout. It's all right. Right? We're chilling. He didn't run away. We're okay with this. Okay, so now we get the Doduo. So this is a little awkward-ish from here because we have one of the likely catches from Area 3 and one of the likely catches from Area 2, which are the 2 remaining zones after this. Definitely still go to Area 3 here, having the Doduo and Rhyhorn. But I'm getting a little nervous that I haven't seen a Nidoran by this point because Nidoran is like the highest value Pokemon because it's worth 4 Pokemon. You can trade it for female Nidoran, rare candy it to Nidorina, and then moonstone it to Nidoqueen. So I'm getting a little nervous, but we go. And we really want Venonat / female Nido here. Those are the big ones. Venonat's 15% through encounter here. We get Venonat, which is sick, just so sick. Breakout. It's okay, right? It's okay. Breakout. Getting a little nervous, but it's okay. It's gonna be okay, right? Third breakout, flee. This sucks. This is so sad that this happened, actually. Like, oh, we're just so sad. And then we get Doduo again. We already have it. We get Execute. We already have it. Oh, see, like, this was just the problem. We were so happy. And then he fucked us. We get Doduo again. All of this is happening because the stupid Venonat fled and didn't get in 3 balls. 40% catch rate, by the way. But the saving grace, the female Nidoran, the savior. Female Nidoran is a 5% encounter rate and saves you a whole ass fucking trade in game. This thing is sick to get. Yes, Wave had female as well. So now we get Big Daddy. Okay, so this stay versus not stay was pretty close. Since we already have Rhyhorn, we have a slightly better chance to get a good encounter in Area 3 than we do in Area 2. That's true. The only difference between Area 2 and Area 3 right now is that Area 2 has 5% Nidorina, and that's it. That's the only benefit that Area 2 has. So I personally value staying in Area 3, looking really for male Nidoran, not Venonat, more than I value going to Area 2 for only 5% Nidorina. That's the only difference because Venonat has more value than Paris, right? So I like the stay at Area 3 here for sure, but I mean, yeah, I can see going to Area 2. I don't think it would be like horrible. Nidoran, Big Daddy flees. That sucks a lot. But we wound up getting Venonat also. So we lost Venonat and Nidorino, but we got female and Venonat in the end. So this was a bit troll and definitely changed the texture of the run, but this wound up being okay, actually. The only thing now is that we need male Nidoran, okay? We either need male Nidoran or Nidorino, 30%. We have to get one of those. We're 3 Mons, can't not have it. And finally, for once in our lives, you have no idea how many runs I've lost to not just getting the Nidoran when you need it. Like, so many runs died to not getting this right when I needed it. And God, it felt so good to just get it for once. So now I have everything I need. I'm not staying here for Paris / Nidorino. I did mark him before I caught it. So the only good encounters here are Nidorino, Paris, technically Venomoth. But you know what? I'll take 2 Nidorans if it means I get one. I will take that any day. Honestly, good safari. Good fucking safari. Whew! That was a banger safari. That was like, it was just, oh man, so much excitement and fear, and it saves a candy and an evolution and lets you candy something else. It's effectively +1 mon and saves an evolution. Oh, clicks on fly. Mistake. Everybody make fun of him. Wait, Oran Berry? Still in Torrent, but tank Sludge from Weezing. Sludge from Weezing doing 28 to 33 here on God defense. And you do need to be in Torrent for this guy as well. Or some of his shit doesn't die. So this is where the low max HP from having 10 IV HP lowers the top end range of HP that's still Torrent, but my high defense reduces the damage that Sludge does. So it's better to run lower HP if you have good defense to back it up. This is another little pass. You just got to delay that pause slightly after doing the little doop doop. Set up the cycle, pause to react to whether he's looked left or not, and then pass. I think World Records, I mean, you can just kind of tell how good Record Safari was. By comparing it after we split. Yeah, we were talking about the correct-ish music actually at the beginning of this stream, that you like to do that. I think that's a good move to have, just roughly little gentle, correct music in the background. The lighting wasn't as bad as the day I complained about, for sure, in my room. Okay, Koga time. We already killed the muck. My bad. So yeah, that muck minimizes if you miss surf, he sludges, and if it poisons, it kills you. So really happy that we didn't die there. Two schools of thought here. You can either go for surf, which is 41% to kill, 6 and 16 plus crit chance. And if you miss the range, then he heals to full, and then you bite surf to kill. Or you go for bite plus surf, hoping to flinch, and that kills as well. It's faster on average to bite surf. However, it's faster top end, as in just surf killing is the fastest possible option, and also safer by a pretty insignificant amount to surf. If I tank sludge, I go for bite generally. However, there is some argument to surf here, because since it puts him into heal range, if you die, then you can switch to your bug, revive Blastoise, and then switch back to Blastoise, swapping XP, or splitting XP and evolving the bug. But I still prefer bite overall, I think. Going for the range is really cope. We get sludge, doesn't poison, thank God. And we go about our day. So we see that we're 1 mon behind and 140 ahead. So we're about a minute ahead still. So we actually got a pretty similar Safari zone to World Record, knowing that he has female Nidoran as well. But I think our planned count is going to be better than his here, because we have Venonat and Execute. And his 18th mon here is evolving the bug. So we actually have the same caught count. He just dies to Koga and then evolves the bug. Yeah, so Record Safari was probably of similar quality to the one that we got, just looking at the split. Okay, so we're missing a bug. We need both bugs to swap train them to catch 6 mons: Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, Weedle, Kakuna, Beedrill. So we need to go back to Pewter now. We're going to go to Pewter first before Power Plant, because there's 5% Pikachu in Viridian Forest. And if we happen to get the Pikachu, then we can skip Power Plant, which would be sick. That has happened before, certainly. I have gotten that on runs before. But while we're in Pewter, we go ahead and pick up the Aerodactyl fossil and also catch a Diglett in Diglett Cave. Since you're already here, it's just worth it to do this pretty much no matter what. It's hard to get to 60 Pokemon without picking these up. They are slower Pokemon than just like finding something and catching it, generally speaking, but it's consistent. You don't stay in the forest. We don't get the Caterpie here. You don't stay in the forest to catch the bugs originally, because it would have ruined my HP for Brock's gym to attempt to catch something new. And when you come back to the forest, you come back loaded up with Ultra Balls, so you don't have to worry about weakening them or going for shitty 62% catch rates or 78%. Like after weakening twice, You just get to chuck the Ultra Ball at it. That combined with the pokes that you can get in Pewter and not wanting to ruin your perfect HP setup for Brock's Gym makes it better to delay. In addition to that, not having the Weedle in our party early allowed us to skip Cerulean Center because our party wasn't full, remember? Because to leave the one space for Abra. That's another thing, is it makes it more likely. Isn't it faster to catch Kakuna and evolve it? First of all, no. Second of all, its catch rate is horrendous. Third of all, you still have to get Weedle. So, yeah. Well, that's some bullshit. Get a breakout. Oh, yeah, that's the other point to catching Kakuna bad, is that you still have to swap train it twice anyway. Would the 5% Pikachu not be better at Power Plant because higher catch rate? It's 25% Pikachu in Power Plant. Obviously, we don't camp for 5% Pikachu. That's why we left after getting Weedle. It's just a bonus that 5% Pikachu exists in Forest, because then you can skip this whole detour here. No. The YouTube stream was demonetized. Or maybe the video. I don't know, man. But yeah, we need Pikachu here. Oh, it's the video? Well, that's not good. But only the bonus content. So you're saying that it'll... Okay. I believe in you to fix it. So a lot of times you'll have Eevee here and you can weaken this Voltorb. But we don't have Eevee this run because we didn't have power or didn't have party space for it. So you just got to chuck the ball because everything you have kills it. But that's 50% to get in the ball. Voltorb, good. Magneton, not so good. Can't catch this. Way too low catch rate. Weakening it sucks. Magneton again. 15% chance. Pikachu's 25%. Also, there's Magnemite, I think, still. Unless I wasn't paying attention. Yeah. So, Blastoise is actually better than Eevee here. Because you can just bite instead of Quick Attack doing nothing. This is 100% catch rate from here. And by the way, if I died here, I would have just revived. Not a big deal. But now we're scared because now all we have left is 25% encounter rate for Pikachu. And unfortunately, you just have to camp it out because Pikachu being worth 3 Mons is just too much. Thunderstone to Raichu, trade in game for Electrode. So you just kind of have to get it. One of the shittier parts of the run. And another reason that Viridian Forest early Pikachu is so valuable. Nice 5% Electabuzz going for 25% Pikachu. Really cool. We love that. Magnemite again. We're getting a bit fucked. I think that's 5 dry, plus 3 dry for the bug is 8, right? And finally Pikachu. So we went 8 encounters dry already. That's really bad. That was a lot of... it's not that Buzz is too slow. It's just catch rate just sucks. And a breakout for extra fun. No, there aren't any RNG manips that work in this game. But we catch, this is also 50% to get in the ball. We catch 2 out of 3, 50% balls. Pretty happy with that. We did get the Pikachu eventually. Honestly, this bug plus power plant would kill most runs. I mean, it was 8 encounters dry plus the time looking for it. So that's what? Yeah, like a minute and a half. A little bit more than that even, that we lost between Forest and Pikachu. Probably more like 140, 145 actually. I mean, the run was already extremely good at this point. That's why I could handle that shitty little section there. Get the Tentacool early. We already have Rattata, so... Now we Nest Ball the Tentacool, keeping Net Ball for later. It's kind of like a domino effect. Great Ball the Ghastly instead of Nest Balling it, so now we can Nest Ball the Tentacool instead of Net Balling it. Now we keep the Net Ball for a few things later. Got our Tentacool very early. Max Repel here. Don't want to be getting more of those. Well, I'm getting the 2 runs that I had today mixed up. Because, like, the run that before this got 2 Haunters, and then it got 2 Tentacles, like, all kinds of bullshit. Yeah, once again, I just for fun's sake, I have to point this out. If you don't dip into this cove, if you don't do this, runners, you are privileged and have not been hit by this guy enough times. He's extremely unlikely to hit you because he's got to go left to do it. But if you do this, then he can't hit you. Go into the cove. Netball Duck is the most likely thing, yeah. The bike dismount and mount changes the audio track in such a way that it reduces the lag between the transition between outside and inside Cinnabar Mansion. This is a Carbos you can pick up to sell for money, or you can actually use it sometimes too. You can pick this up to sell to buy more Ultra Balls, 4 more Ultra Balls. Because we did pewter this run, and my breakouts haven't been particularly egregious, I opt not to pick it up. I've been doing that more recently. So this is actually a misplay, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I should have Water Pulsed this, for sure. Little misplay here. I didn't have my notes scrolled to where they needed to be. I should just know, right? But over-relied on the notes. Notes, Andy. Used the wrong move. Lost a turn there. Yeah, was pretty bulky. A lot of times you can bite and then just toss the ball with no Oran Berry. Would have tanked to serve. That would be crazy. And we get the homie. Again, Pokemon that stone or rare candy to evolutions are worth more. This Growlithe Firestones to Arcanine, so it's extra good. So this also is a pretty big decision point in the run right here. So my good encounters from this position are Coughing, Grimer, and Ditto for a combined chance of 45%. Now, you have to keep in mind that Coughing is not a free catch. Level 28s can die to bite, and any Coughing can self-destruct, so it's not quite as free as other encounters are, and 45% aren't great odds. It was 45% with Raticate instead. I probably would have stayed and continued to look, but the catch count on this run is currently very, very good because we have all 3 doubles. We have Venonat, Execute, and now Growlithe. And we also did Pewter this run to get the Aerodactyl and Diglett. So I, on most runs, would probably stay here to look for more encounters with 45% odds to get a good one. But on this run, I decided that I have enough already. I don't need to go for this particular 45%. And so I just repel it down from here, which I still agree with looking back at it, actually. And this is my least favorite thing right here. Duke Devil probably means one more in the sense that, like, let's stay for one more catch. But a lot of times chat will be like, just go for one more encounter, bro. Just see what happens. That's not how it works. It's either worth it to stay or it's not. There's no, just see what happens. True. That is another good point. That even if I did get a good encounter, I would have had to repel anyway. I'm like going past my stones here and I'm like, do I need to evolve this or that? I'm like, nope, okay. I didn't have any. A lot of times you'll have either Pikachu or Eevee in your party here, and you evolve them there as you pass the stones. But we didn't have any of that. And yeah, I know there's some audio transition skip there. I don't know. But we've added a lot of them into our repertoire. No patronize. Why didn't you Blizzard while doing the repel? Because I hadn't picked up Blizzard yet. And you have to open the menu again to escape rep anyway. Okay, so Blaine is pretty chill for the most part. We have enough speed to actually outspeed the Rapidash this time, so no worries there. The Ammonite strat? Well, the Ammonite strat is just you keep Ammonite in your party for the post-game to teach Waterfall to it, because it's much faster to teach a move to a Pokemon that doesn't already know 4 moves, because you don't have to overwrite. You lose a little bit of time at the end of the game to having an extra Pokemon for the Hall of Fame cutscene, but you save more than that in the time that it takes to teach Waterfall. And Blastoise doesn't require Waterfall to beat the end game, so it's just faster. We couldn't do that this run, though. This Fire Blast Mist was good, by the way. That was a really good Fire Blast Mist because it let me do the good strat on the upcoming trainer without having to invest a heal for it. Okay, so look, I'm taking stock of this run now. We have 25 caught, and Record has 26 caught, and we're 22 seconds behind. So we actually lost a dickload on that split. We're now behind like a minute. That's the nature of round 2, but that split was very, very, very bad. We also did Pewter, which is consistent but slow-ish. But yeah, pretty crazy that the run flipped like that on the split. It is the bug Evo. That is the one difference of the Mon that he has, yes. But, I mean, that doesn't really change so much of the time investment situation. However, I will say that my plan is way better than his at this point for sure. Because, I don't know about way better, but we got the Diglett plus Aerodactyl. We have all the doubles. Yeah, it'll be annoying to compete against those splits for sure. Gator says it's +1 planned. Okay, maybe not way better then. I guess he probably caught more in Mansion. And what else? Has the bug evolved already? Guess that doesn't matter for planned, though. What is his other planned that he got? I guess he just got more in Mansion. Waterfall is a special move, as this is Gen 3. Yeah, I have more planned than him still. I just thought the difference would be higher than that. Yeah, Record is missing Venonat at this point. Ah, he has Ponyta planned. That's right, that little stinker. What a jerk. You can't plan Ponyta. That's not fair. I fucked that up. It's fine.
I didn't dismount, and I took an extra step.
So yeah, my planned count is a lot better than him. Thank you, Leah Pleurodon, for clearing that up. Just some side quest bullshit. We have to do this. Dismount. Audio lag saved. Go to the correct island. He has seal planned too. Yeah. I mean, if he has Ponyta planned, he has seal planned too. I just assumed that, but it's fucked up, man. Now, if he had Dugong planned too, we'd have a problem. That's legal action right there. And Psyduck. This guy's crazy. Yeah, our planned count was way higher, as I expected. I mean, no, to be clear, Psyduck should be a planned mon. It should be. Because you will always catch it. Tentacle should be planned as well. But considering that we don't plan it, I'm just comparing, like, you know, our actual planned counts. A Diglett and Aerodactyl shouldn't be planned. Gloom should be planned. Psyduck should be planned. Tentacle should be planned. And I think that's it. And then Diglett and Aerodactyl shouldn't be. And then everything else is right. You could technically plan 4 Nidos, but see, you can't plan Hypno. You can't. Can you? Can you? Anon. You. Okay, so I'm literally peeing for this, by the way. You notice I'm missing. I'm using this wave bird to go pee because you only have to mash A for this part. But I've recently updated my strategy for doing this. So now when I go to the bathroom, I blast the game volume so I can hear it from the bathroom, so I can mash and such optimally instead of just fucking the whole time. Leveled up on that. So wait, so you'll actually hear this. I'm gonna turn this up. Fuck. He says fuck. This is a 14 and 16 range, and we get minimize, the worst move, and then we miss. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, fun strat here. X special. Hope that he self-destructs. Now we're in Torrent +1. This Muck is like what? Like a 10 and 16 range? Something like that. Unfortunately, we miss Muck and Grimer, but we got Acid Armor, so it's okay. Sad though. Almost perfect fight. So we don't have our Persian Bear anymore. I do opt to buy, so this is 12 Ultra Balls, that's standard. And then I opt to buy the full heal instead of the Max Repel here. A lot of times I'll buy the Max Repel when I want the Max Repel. You need 6 escape ropes here. But on this run, I thought that it was likely enough that I would want to Max Repel at some point that I actually go and pick up the Max Repel. I'm pretty sure I do. Because I know that with both Venonat and Execute, which are encounters you can find in Berry Forest, and the fact that I already have Rattata means that if I get Psyduck on the islands, then I'll also want to Max Repel. And I decided that I wanted to pick it up this run. Nice bonk bonk. Bonk bonk into Persian. Now, I was not sure, 100% sure about this at the time, but I knew I only had one option here, which was Water Pulse. So I'm going to look this up in Anon's notes, which have this kind of thing. Persian was 24.2% to die to this Water Pulse. So this is actually super sad that this dies, because this would have been, what, 62%? No, it actually would have been 78%. This would have been a 78% if this barely survived. This sucks that this died, actually. Bonk Manip was almost good, but not quite. Oh, do I actually not pick up the Max Repel? Even though I said I was going to? Though getting the barely live Persian is really nice. Sometimes the Water Pulse damage, leaving it at 50%, can be really annoying. Do get Pidgey, though. Candy Pidgey. And we heal here because I'm dead to Razor Leaf, I do believe. Yeah, that was a 78% Pidgey. Wait, so I actually don't pick up the Max Repel. I don't think I even noticed this during the run. I forgot to pick up the Max Repel because of the Persian. He distracted me with his bullshit. I actually wanted to pick up the... Yeah, because I only have 2 Max Repels right now, so I have no extra. I only have the ones that I need for Victory Road. I'm going to call this a mistake. I really feel like I should have picked up the Max Repel here, because there was a great chance that I would have wanted to use it in one of 2 situations. The Meowth camp? Well, I mean, yes, but can't have known that at the time. Isn't it better to potion first so you don't kill Persian? And I mentioned that, but it's better to be in Torrent for Gloom in particular. And you'd also like to delay healing to the end of this in case you get statused, so you can just 4-store the status off plus heal to full. In addition, non-Torrent Water Pulse on Persian can leave it at an HP where it's only 50% to get in the ball while it fucking lays into you with Screech and Fury Swipes and bullshit. I prefer keeping the Torrent here, but it is a pretty close decision, I think, overall, knowing that you are going to heal for Violet. No, I think I prefer just water pulsing, even knowing that. Well, I can put audio on for this. Yeah, because this is fucking bullshit. We lost a run to not getting Venonat in the forest, basically, earlier this day. I actually want to scream, by the way. Anyone who's watched the whole stream today knows why. Really sad. Look how triggered I am. Look at this. Look at this triggered movement. So triggered. Oh man, I'm so triggered. But wait, it's Gloom. So we are now, what, it's 40%, right? We have Oddish, Pidgeotto, Drowsy, Venomoth. So it's, oh, and Psyduck. So it's 50% right now. Yes? Yeah, it's 50%. It's 50% for a good encounter, which means I am staying here, surely. No, I actually decided to leave, I think, because I think I thought it was 40 and I was going to leave. Leaving here is not the most insane thing, is the thing, because a large percentage of what the encounters are that you want are Oddish and Gloom. But no, we still had Pidgeotto. So no, I think this was, if I was about to walk out here, that would have been a mistake, I think. Actually, what, am I talking? I need to hear what I was saying. It's not that big of a deal. Need Oddish now. I probably talked about it earlier than this. We are done here. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So I was actually wrong. I think I thought it was 40 when it was 50. I don't know why. But I was about to walk out here, which would have been a mistake. Not the craziest mistake ever, but I do think walking out at 50 here is a mistake. Because 50% is a good camp. So I was about to fuck it up, but then I got another encounter on the way out, and it bailed me out. I'll camp 45% if one of them is worth 2, like Venonat or Execute. And it also depends on how much you need to catch still. But that being said, though, my path to 60 here is pretty fine. It's just that my path to 60 here includes Ponyta plus Meowth to be good. Or actually, no, it actually only requires Ponyta from here, right? Because of what's about to happen. Well, yeah, but Wave Warrior skipped Pewter and knew that he needed it. So skipping the 50% camp here isn't actually insane because, like, looking at what we can get from the end here, it's like we still have Zubat, Mankey and Sphero, 2 candies. Or no, wait, we actually, yeah, 2 candies from here. Yeah, all these doubles helped a lot. I actually don't hate leaving on the 50%. I don't think I would have done it. I don't think I would have left, but I don't hate leaving with this catch/planned. Yeah, that's a good point. With the netball, those were extra value. Yeah, so we crit the Hypno, which is funny because the last time I got world record, I also crit that fuck. So sad. It's actually such bullshit. And we got strong-armed out of the forest, right? With only Oddish and Gloom. Like, I couldn't have camped more at 40% there. That would have been a mistake for sure. But no encounter there was nice. I didn't want an encounter since I already had Oddish. The run would be faster if I didn't crit Hypno, yeah. But I only went 1 drive for Meowth, which I wouldn't have... That would have been the difference, right? Is that we... Or actually, maybe I would have still gone for Meowth, right? Because we wound up needing 3 in Victory Road. Ultimately, it was okay, but critting that is really sad. I went a couple drive for it in the end, I think. So this is the last catch section of the islands, and you really want Ponyta. Because Ponyta trades for Seal in a location that we're already going to, that we're about to go to. If it's level 34, then you can candy the traded Seal to Dugong. So that would have been nice here. Just the way it wound up, it would have been nice to have this. But we actually wound up getting candyable Psyduck later, which is super rare to kind of cover for this not being 34. I think Psyduck being candyable is like really uncommon. Like 4 or 30% or something. Time for a little PC action. We need to heal Blastoise and get Ponyta, Pikachu, and Venonat into the party. So I like to do Pikachu in, Blastoise out, and then just boom, boom, and then that heals Blastoise. Technically, you could take Blastoise like down to something else you're swapping and then bring it back in, but I like to do it like this because it gets the Blastoise at the bottom of my party, which makes it fast to swap with the bug later. I like having a consistent... Okay, so I'm like really slow here because I'm toying around with the idea of moving this Farfetch'd into slot 2 because I'm fucking tired of it being in slot 4. But I ultimately am like, I'm going to fuck something up if I try to do this. So I just put the Ponyta over the Rattata and call it a day. Yeah, the level of the Pokemon you trade determines the level of the Pokemon that is traded. I was definitely not expecting this, and I'm still not really sure how it happened. I mean, look. That was really fast because we caught almost nothing and we crit the Hypno. But our fights were not good. And we had to heal. But somehow this is like a fucking 6-second gold or some shit. How much of a gold was this? 4-second gold. So it's like, what the fuck happened? It was just, I don't know. It was just fast, man. We didn't catch anything. It wasn't even good is the thing. Like, we caught Pidgey, Oddish, Gloom, Ponyta. That's it. So yeah, I mean that's that was pretty much the lowest possible catches we could have gotten. We were always going for Bird or Meowth, and then we were always going for Oddish. We were always going for Ponyta. I guess we could have not gotten the Gloom and done 3 catches, but then it would have been Pidgeotto instead, or Drowsy or something. So yeah, I mean that was like the lowest things I could have caught, including the crit the Hypno. Right. So here I have 6 less caught Pokemon than record. Assuming that those are worth 30 seconds each, which is on the low end, then that's 3 minutes. Assuming it's more like 40, then, you know, you could say that we're between 30 seconds to a minute behind record here. And you see me actually going through and like clicking on the Pokemon that I think that are like reasonably viable to catch. So I can kind of plan out like what my 60 is going to look like for the rest of the run. And I quickly notice that it's going to be a little difficult from here. Like I need to go for 40% Meowth first of all. And Victory Road's going to have to give us something that's a little extra than normal. It's not actually 58 planned though. I just clicked on a bunch of Pokemon to see like what my route is going to look like for the rest of the run. I like to do that and like visualize that so I don't make any errors in judgment when it comes to where I'm going to get the 60. No, it's not that I have to pull 2 Mons out of my ass. The remaining 2 Mons here are Candy Mons. So we have Meowth, Psyduck, 2 things on Route 23, Ekans and Mankey, 2 things in Victory Road with Machop and Geodude. We have 2 rare candies left to invest. And then we need 1 extra thing in Victory Road from there, which we also have Zubat available, so that makes that not quite as bad, needing that extra thing in Victory Road. So that's what our 60 looks like from here, and requires Meowth. If we had caught the Hypno instead, then I actually probably would have still gone for Meowth, right? Rather than trying to catch 3 things in Victory Road. Like, what was our Victory Road camp after, like, both common things? It wasn't bad, right? It was Zubat, so 30 plus 10 is 40. It was 40% if you include Primeape, assuming that we caught Machop and Geodude. But those Pokemon are hard to catch. Sorry, I'll let this keep going. Those Pokemon are hard to catch. You can't necessarily rely on Primeape as a catch because it's pretty likely that you'll want to candy Mankey on this texture. And because the Ponyta was level 31, like we're mostly going to be candying Mankey in this spot. So Victory Road is actually like a 30% camp after catching Machop and Geodude, which is the most likely things to catch. If we had Hypno here, then I would have still gone for Meowth. Now, if we had Persian and if we had Persian and Hypno, then I would not have gone for Meowth for sure. Yeah, Machop and Geodude are 20% each. Zubat is 10% in Victory Road. This does tie back to the 45% Mansion Leave, absolutely, but that was the correct play at the time. Just, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. And we got a bit fucked by killing Persian and critting Hypno and getting strong-armed out of the forest with exactly Gloom plus Oddish catches. So here we could fly to Saffron, but we're actually just gonna fly to Celadon. To go for the 40% Meowth here, since we need it to finish. We're 3 months because Crobat. Yeah, just happiness, bro. We get Pidgey. It's sad. but we only go for one. We only go one dry for it, so that's okay. Not the end of the world.
Still faster than a Pewtermon.
This is another spinner setup. Oh, bonk that wall. That's weird. I never do that. Pretty sure I must have said something about that. You just pause here, and if the guy hasn't started moving down, then you're good to pass. This guy, you actually have to bag manip, freezing him for 32 frames to walk past. Switch Caterpie to the front while I'm in the menu to swap train it. Same thing here. Bag manip. Freeze. Go. I'm going to do a quick turn into pause here. If he turns, then I can pass. He didn't, so he... Wait. And then bag manip him again. Safe pass. He looks up there because you run on that tile. He'll always look up like that. It wasn't like close or anything. Yep, such begins the bug swap training. This is why it's necessary to get both of them. They're worth 6 Pokemon. Can't really finish the run without swap training them, and it's just a really nice fight to do it on. You actually want to take damage here, so the turn of swapping to Blastoise is actually actively helpful. That's all the setup you need. 1 spec, 1 AC, and X accuracy makes Blizzard 93% accurate, which can be pretty scary because there's several Venusaurs that you need to hit in this run. This one isn't quite so bad. I don't literally die if I miss this one. But I have died before to missing this one. This Gyarados doesn't die to Blizzard, so you would think that you would want to bite Blizzard, but you actually want him to hit you with Dragon Rage to get into Torrent. So you lead Blizzard instead, and then bite. But we crit, so we take no damage. So now our HP is looking like, oh shit, I'm not going to get Torrent. Which can be a problem. But other than that, freebie. And then don't forget to pick up the Lapras. I've done that before, somehow. My favorite split of this run? I don't know. Lorelei too, I guess. So you got 2 pretty inconsequential fights that you choose to swap train on to barely get the bug. Level 10. This Cubone can hit you with Rage or Bone Meringue, which is what we wanted here, but he focus energy is like a little bitch. And now it's looking like we're really not getting Torrent, which is quite bad, actually. There's a couple ways that if you're a little bit lower but not quite Torrent, you can set up Torrent. For example, swap training your bug on Sabrina to bait a Psybeam onto Blastoise, but we're just too high HP for any of that. It's the Torrent is really, it's for Erica. It's a little bit for Sabrina too, and it can, if you're in Torrent already, then you can skip setting up X Special for Giovanni 2. We have to set up X Special here. But it's the same room twice. Swap Blastoise back to the front. It's not the end of the world if you forget. You just have to let the Butterfree die. But I have forgotten to do that before. So yeah, I have to set up Spec. Take a little Fury Attack action, but not enough to fix the Torrent problem. And then this Kangaskhan is what, 10 and 16, I think, on this route. Maybe it's better or worse with 31 special. I'm not sure, but it is definitely a range. Could have actually been good to like miss the range and get Mega Punch there, but not worth stalling. I think this is the run where I do the PC a little weird. I finally had enough of Farfetch'd being in slot 4, and I think I do a deposit into withdraw here instead of using the move option to finally get the stupid Farfetch'd in slot 2. I think I do. Yeah, I do. And now I withdraw. I'm like, wait a second. It's not move. So Nido, Clefairy, and then I put the bug at the bottom. So Blastoise swaps easily with that. Somebody asked, how much time does going girl instead of boy save? Nobody tell him. Except I think I literally did tell him. Thank God. Girl has world record again. We've done something amazing. Have you ever accidentally healed Blastoise in that PC and lost Torrent? I don't think so, but that would be really bad. So I actually have to X-Spec here too. I was wondering why I was low on specs. Yeah, I did have to use a few extra this run. You don't normally X-Spec here, but I had to because I was so high HP that I just couldn't. There was no way for me to set up Torrent. And then I actually didn't even consider this at the time, but yeah, I guess, well, am I over 70% HP? What's 88 divided by 136? Probably is. Oh, no, it actually is 64%. We actually were under 70, but we are over 50%, that's for sure. So we actually get Supersonic here. Good thing we picked up the full heal, or bought the full heal. I mean, I guess it's actually not that scary to get Psybeam Confused here, because I would just full restore, and then it's fine, because I wasn't in Torrent anyway. So I guess that was fine. Little silly, very slow Sabrina. So normally you would exit by escape roping here, and then you would go left and then up through the guard gate, and then right there is the tunnel that goes from Cerulean to Vermilion, and inside of that is where you trade male Nido for female Nido. On most runs you have to do that, but on this run we already have the female Nido, so we just get to fly straight to Celadon instead of doing that trade. That saves actually quite a lot of time to not have to do that trade. And now we pick up Eevee. Had to delay this before because of the party space thing, but you always pick it up. It's a free Pokemon that's worth 2 Pokemon because it stones to Flareon. Yeah, I considered keeping the space for Eevee, but I'm like, you know what? I've never done that before, and I really just don't care that I'm going to get a little bit of PC text. Yeah, I just was not trying to mess with what I know works with the PCs and poke layout and everything just to skip the fucking sent to PC text. It's fine. Yep, this commentary will be on YouTube. It's also being streamed on YouTube right now, so you can also watch it immediately, but it'll be its own YouTube video as well. I've never led bug on Erica before. I didn't know how much damage that would do or what, or like what trainers I could swap with for Erica if like Machoke plus Erica works. Well, you lead the bug. I mean, I've never done it before, but the idea would be that you lead the bug so that you bait Giga Drain on Blastoise by swapping to Blastoise on the first turn, and then that gives you Torrent. Well, then yeah, I mean, if it wasn't giving me Torrent for here, then fuck it. But that would be a good angle, though, if baiting Giga Drain gave you Torrent. Acid would be sad, and I would be like slightly scared that the level 5 Weedle would like tank Giga Drain or something. It's not level 5 though, right? Or maybe it is. But yeah, normally you would be in Torrent here. You would surf that, it would die, and then you would bite this, and then you would surf the Vileplume for a 12 and 16 range. Instead, we had to hit 2 Blizzards this run, which is not what you want to be doing. But it worked out, so no harm, no foul. Yeah, 2 raw doggies. You don't have an exact for that unless you saved it on the Bulbasaur trainer because you were in Torrent. Yeah, so I have to Elixir early here no matter what, which is ultimately what leads me to healing here. Looking back at this, I'm actually not so sure that I like the heal. I think I should have Elixired but not healed. Maybe, but it wound up being fine because I took low damage and didn't have to heal again. It was fairly likely that by potioning in this menu, I was forcing myself to then heal again for Rival. I wound up not having to because Machoke doesn't do damage to me, but I think I like delay the heal better at that HP. It also had a chance to remove the 14 and 16 Machoke ranges by taking damage and being put into Torrent from there. Could have done that a little better. By the way, Erica is the gym leader that lets you use strength outside of battle. That's why you don't do this when you're here the first time. I don't know why I make that fly so hard. You just hold up left and then go left, not hold left and then go up left. It's not fixed because it's directly linked to the speedrun.com website, and my run hasn't been submitted yet. I will fix that today. So yeah, you swap train the bugs on these trainers. This Machoke has like Revenge, Seismic Toss, shit like that. And then it has, what, Focus Energy and Foresight. Yeah, so 50% to... I mean, I think it was probably only Seismic Toss that actually put me into Torrent there, so not that crazy. But I do think I like delaying the heal here more from that exact HP. I mean, I could have delayed the Elixir and the... I was going to have to Elixir no matter what because of the Blizzards that I had used. Normally, if you get Torrent in this gym, you can actually skip using the Elixir altogether and then not pick up the one in Cerulean Cave. But because I used so many Blizzards, I actually had to Elixir no matter what. But yeah, I could have delayed the Elixir and the heal together. But, yep, wound up taking no damage from a choke and then minimal damage from Marowak, so didn't have to heal. Yeah, you can... Runs get retimed down to the frame, so you know exactly what the time is, and you could either lose or gain a second, depending on how bad your your splitting was. But this was literally exactly a 0.50 when I split at the end, like the hundredths of a second. So it's very, very, very unlikely that the second will change when it gets retimed. In fact, it is the most unlikely it could possibly be. It was 3:27:38 was the final time. So yeah, overall, this run's had some ups and downs. Pretty happy with how I've played so far. Definitely a lot happier with this than my previous round 2 world record. How does it feel knowing you have a world record again? Feels amazing, man. We did it. Yeah, this happened yesterday. 1,163 days without a world record, but no more. No, I did not Water Pulse the Nidoqueen again. Of course not. Nope, we'll leave that job to someone else if they dare. Always someone's got to miss it. I'm just gonna let it be. I'm just gonna let it happen. Ah, you left on the last run of the day, but those are always the good ones. What are you talking about? What a mistake. This Dugtrio is the reason why we don't run lower than 21 speed. He'll start speed tying or outspeeding you. See? Be like Leo. Believe. You said last run and it died to Brock and I left. True, I did say last run before doing another run. That did happen. It's true. You got to remember that I think I said that at the beginning of this commentary, but I was like, this is the last run, and then I YOLO'd Brock, and I was like, okay, I'll do one more, but only one more try, like, not one more Squirtle, one more try. I mean, 3:26 is definitely possible. It's just 3:27 is already a really good time. Okay, so that works then for sure. That's crazy. Victory Bell gives that much at level 29. Yeah, meanwhile, on the other side, this guy's like, oh, I only watch one run a month, and I saw the world record. I mean, Squirtle is the only viable strat to get world record. That's why. Bonk the tree. Nice, nice. That's true. Not a bad strat if it lines up, but it's probably pretty unlikely to line up to where you get Torrent from doing that. But not a bad strat if you can do it, I guess. I mean, it would be kind of annoying to swap into Acid, but I mean, I guess that's no worse, right? It's not like it's bad to have swapped on Erica if you get Acid there and aren't in Torrent. So now this is a Blizzard you cannot miss. This is a 7% chance to miss, and if you miss this Blizzard, you are dead, dead, dead. Revive cannot save you. Literally, the strat if you miss this Blizzard is you come back in and you have to Blizzard and freeze it so you can set up again, and if you don't, you lose. So you cannot miss this Blizzard. I've lost many, 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 many runs to missing that Blizzard, actually. More than should be possible. In any percent more than round 2, but yeah. No, I think I'm really happy with this run, actually. It didn't beat record by that much because it got some bad luck, but I think this run was... I'm happy with the gameplay and decision-making in this run, regardless of how much it beat record by. I absolutely doubted whether this run would make it. I was doubting this run at fucking Rocket Warehouse, man. Oh, shit. The donation. Yeah, that... we cut the Gyarados can die to crit bite, but it's unlikely. We also flinched him, so fun. Didn't really matter, but It was a nice victory lap. Not yellow next, but we will go back to yellow. All right, so I've lost 10 billion runs to this section, actually. And we need to catch a decent amount here. We have 2 candies available still. Psyduck is a freebie in the water. This actually changed my play here. I get rare candyable Psyduck, so I'm no longer as reliant on Candy Mankey. We just get to toss the netball instead of swapping the Nidoqueen and weakening it, all because we Great Balled the Ghastly earlier. Don't forget, just chuck the old netball into the Candy Duck. Feels amazing, man. Feels amazing. Psyduck odds are 100%. Candy Psyduck odds are like 3% or something. So now we're done. We get out of the water as fast as possible. And now we camp here for Ekans, Mankey, Fearow, Primeape, Arbok, which together is 85%. You do not always have a netball there. Ghastly saved the nest ball, then using the nest ball on Tentacool saved the net ball. It's all together. Yeah, Fury Attack slapped us up real good, but that's okay. So now we're 60% to get a good encounter here. The best one is definitely Ekans for sure. Just toss the ball and leaves Primeape available for sure. But Mankey's fine. Bite and then guaranteed catch. Believe we get cross chopped in the face. Yeah. We got smacked. Yeah, it wound up being really good. So this is the point where I actually repel here because I want to make it to a different floor of Victory Road. So Onix is 30% on the bottom floor. On the floor I'm going to, Onix is 20%, and it's replaced by 10% Primeape. And now Primeape is a good catch because I only need one more candy thing. So I just repel right here. I should, yeah, to make it to that floor where my odds are a little bit better because we don't want to catch. Did I just over scroll full restore? What the fuck? It's literally right there, bro. Holy shit. Oh, no. I was looking. Okay, I know what happened. I was looking for max potion. That's why. I didn't want a full restore. I'm like, oh, okay, I already used both max potions. That's what happened there. Not an overscroll, just being stupid. But yeah, we can't catch Onix because its catch rate is so fucking bad. I might have caught Onix if it was the 60th Pokemon and it was like level 40 or 43 or something. I think I struggle a bit. Start bonking a little bit. I'm definitely nervous at this part. Yeah, I took that boulder safe. I think I don't do the other boulder safe though, which makes no sense. Am I not struggling? I thought I bonked more. Maybe I bonk in Mount Ember instead. All right, encounter time. And it's Machop. That's a good one. Our candy Pokemon are now fully sorted, and Primeape is locked in as a good encounter, which leads to me actually camping this out. Yeah, EVs do play a role in speedruns for sure. You keep track of them, mostly speed, defense, HP. Since the EVs that you gain are a bit variable in this run sometimes. It's a minor difference most of the time, but you do need to keep track of it. That was a fast encounter. And it's Onix, the exact encounter we were trying to avoid. And it's really high level, so we're just not fucking with that. It was definitely correct to run there, for sure. We have decent odds. It's the homie late Zubat. We appreciate that. And now we would be done right here if it wasn't for the crit Hypno. I think everything would have played out the same, except we'd be done right now. And then with the Persian, we would have not gone for Meowth. So that was one encounter. So what is our odds here? We have Geodude plus Primeape, that's 30, plus all the 5% is 50. We're actually 50% here to get a good encounter. So this wound up being a better camp than Cinnabar Mansion. I'd like to point that out. Max Repel and then stall after dropping the boulder. I'm not sure if that pans out. Could be an optimization, yeah. I want to say Max Repel just lasts until the end, though. But we get Arbok in the end after only... Wait, what happened there? It was... Oh, yeah, we see Zubat again, so we go one dry for the Hypno, pretty much. What chat actually saved me from doing was filling my party up and leaving no space for Mewtwo. That wouldn't have killed the run, but it would have been close. It depends. Hypno can be hard to catch. Could have actually saved time, but not likely. Without chat, you wouldn't have been thinking about Ammonite in the first place. True. I would have taken Tentacool, though. We already knew that Tentacool worked. I don't know when you get full EVs. Wait. Who said hi 239? Was it you? Oh, yeah. Kaloum says hi 239. I can tell you that I did not think this was going to be a 238. I'm accounting for the fact that I didn't evolve Eevee. It was still a 238, even with evolve Eevee. I definitely did not think this was 238, but I guess this was quite pretty good. There's 2 bad encounters. Well, 7 evolutions is just what happens when Oddish isn't a Candymon and you picked up Eevee late. Yeah, E4 is misleading, even though Eevee wasn't evolved, but it was still a 238, even accounting for the evolution. Look at me getting my fucking Candymons in a line, Leaf Stones in a line, Firestone off to the side. Does this guy have OCD or something? Why did I take Zubat? Because Zubat evolves into the Pokemon Golbat with the use of a rare candy. Yeah, I changed my mark. It's just whatever I find first in the box. Who's the chatter that mentions full party? I'm pretty sure it's you. Yeah. It was Head Bob the goat. Yeah, it was right about now that I started realizing that this was actually really good. I have had that idea before, to have a simulated box program as a tool to like be able to see what your box looks like while you're not in there. It wouldn't be hard to make something like that either, I don't think. But yeah, I have had that idea before, so you can know what your box looks like before ever opening it. Nah, because I know what's gonna happen. Don't fuck it with Almanite, chat. Fuck the Almanite. Fuck it. Leave him behind. All right, we get Eevee in somewhere. I see Blastoise, surely. Yeah, to the Blastoise. And then I see Clefable late while going down. And then Farfetch comes in. Deposit the thing. My party's now in the nice order. Pokemon Gold now has 2-frame Totodile manip instead of just 1 frame, but it needs no encounter manips that coincide with that new 2-frame Toto manip. How much time will it take? Usually it would take me 3 or 4 days of practicing a lot, but I can't practice as much as I used to. But yeah, so this was like a 238-31 with the Eevee evolve, maybe 32 or whatever. And we get frozen turn 1. Lovely. You hate to see it. You mean Mount Moon? Yeah, I didn't catch anything in Mount Moon. If you had, it would release after Waterfall actually be played to have Mewtwo like chatter suggested. I'm so sorry. I don't know what that means. But if you have party space for Almanite, then it's worth it, yes. And then we crit the Dugong, which is cool. Though I'm now scared that I'm going to get confused raid by the Lapras because my HP is so high. Weird fight. Protect. Fuck you. Get Protect every time. Protect again with Hail on the table on double Protect. It works. I'm so triggered that happened twice in a row. Yes, Water Pulse is such that you don't need Waterfall. It is 50% to fail. Yes, on the second use. You have to go to a PC to release it. You can't just fucking throw them away anywhere. Okay, Lapras time. Lapras scary. High HP. Confuse Ray potential. Body Slam Para potential. He doesn't even press select. I have not lost that much time to misplays, honestly. Biting Raticate. It's like probably the biggest time loss I can remember off the top of my head. But yeah, double flinched the Lapras, and now I correctly recognize that I need to alter my Bruno strat. Because, well, I mean, you can full restore here, but that has a chance of not working. A chance of getting a bunch of low roll or several lowish rolls and not getting Torrent. But I instead noticed that I can skip the full restore turn and make use of the fact that I've lost some HP already. The goal here is to set up to +2 special without being -1 speed. That's what you need to do. And also be in Torrent, obviously. So we go Spec. He Rock Tombs. Now we're slower. He won't Rock Tomb again. Guaranteed to Earthquake on this turn. Speed to make up the speed difference. Earthquake to the face. GG. Good ass, Bruno. Good ass, Bruno. Look at that heart rate. Scary stuff. At what point did I realize this was world record? I mean, I definitely realized at this point that it had a good chance. Should have used guard spec to have the extra X speed, but I did have the extra X speed because I bought an extra X speed with the Thought Rocket money. And also, yes, the Rock Tomb happened second, so I needed the speed. True. We're gonna have to talk about this this Lance gameplay because I am definitely not confident that I love what I did, but we're gonna talk through it. But I do love what I did here, which is use X speed and then X special, and then click the surf button, hitting through 2 double teams for a 60% chance. Oh no, wait, we gotta play that one. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Yes. Woo, fuck that motherfucker. Yeah. No, I'm used to it now, hearing my voice, but I mean, I don't like enjoy it or anything. But yeah, you just win. Torrent OP. X items OP. But can get really sticky if you miss the surf. And as soon as she decides to Shadow Punch, you got one more chance or you're dead. Evolve the Eevee. World record is not free from here, for sure. If I had 60, if I wasn't evolving Eevee, I would say that it is actually was pretty free from here. Like if this was actually a 238.01 entry, that's pretty free record. It was a horrible hideout. We lost time to Wave Warrior's hideout, which I don't think I've ever done since returning without dying anyway. It would have gone differently if Mewtwo had low special attack. I mean, my Mewtwo was very good, just lacked speed, which doesn't matter that much. Okay, so we set up spec. This isn't a new thing, but it is a better thing, and it's better in round 2 because you have a little bit more special attack. We get bite, that's good. We bite him back. Everybody bite. We just want to see bite. He Dragon Rages, that's okay. We're still out of range of Hyper Beam. We bite again. We're praying for bite on this turn. Or flinch. Now we're really praying for bite. And now here's where the decision point occurs. So I was dead to Aerodactyl here. Or at least it was a range. So just going was not an option. So my choices here are... I see 67 max. But my numbers could be wrong. Do you get 55 for Aerodactyl here? Is that what happens? Oh, you actually do get 55 for Aerodactyl. Okay. So, wait. This was a +2? It was a +2. So 62 with 64 max, right? Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I think I'm fine with this line, but I didn't even know I didn't even think about the fact that I was getting 55, and I don't even have damage ranges for 55 in my notes, but you could argue to go for it, but I take the line where I heal, and then he hyper beams, and then I X speed on the hyper beam turn. But this is slower, slightly, I believe, yeah, than not speeding, but it plays around Aerodactyl crit and Aerodactyl Omni Boost to do it. So whatever. It's like one. No, it's not very much slower. It's like 1 or 2 seconds or some shit slower. It's not like a whole thing. Well, gold runs are coming. It just might not be next. We'll see. We will talk about future plans. But yeah, these are all 93% blizzards again. Missing can be really bad, but honestly, not too bad, considering we fucking evolved Eevee. Lost a shitload to PB though. Yeah, Sapphire requires start a minute, but it's way easier than FireRed. And more consistent. Okay, this is the fight that we died on fucking way better pace than this. Sucks, but we got there in the end. He wing attacks turn 1 or whatever. That must have been a pretty high wing attack roll, huh? I feel like that was a lot of damage. Do I not have wing attack in my notes? I guess I don't. I feel like that was a lot. But he starts sand attacking. We also got a feather dance. We're pogging. He hits us again, but we have really good defense, so we actually aerial ace. There you go. Okay, just kidding. I guess it wasn't. We have really good defense, so we actually tank Gyarados damage into extreme speed from here. We get growth here, so we're not dead if we miss. Normally, if you miss this, you're dead, but he didn't start charging Solar Beam, so we were chilling. Oh, yeah, I mean, it's Solar Beam. You're Omega dead. Actually ride on Pog. Giovanni could never. Now it's just bite. Nice little flinch, but we don't even need the flinch because our defense is fucking good. E-Speed is doing, what, 44 here? Yeah, 44 max. And it doesn't even use it. So we go healless champ. Really nice. And it's a run. It's certainly possible to make up 12 seconds on record post game for sure. My PB makes up 2.5 minutes between E4 and post game. Glad you got to see it live too. A little reset action there. Into the post game. 60 Pokemon. Didn't miscount Pog. Never actually done that, but. So now the nerves are kicking in for sure. My heart rate is 120 talking to Professor Oak. I am nervous because I know that the next route is a little tricky, requires a couple of maneuvers. I have practiced it a lot. I've practiced post game more than anything, so I'm like fairly confident in it, but you know, it's different when you're on the run. Good fly. Good start. No, not the ice cave. The ice cave's fine. It's the route to Mount Ember that can get tricky. I actually do I do the hard parts well, and then I do something stupid at the end, but well, you can decide that for yourself. My max repels are at the bottom. Because I used the last one. So we get the little whoop-boom. You gotta wait for these guys. It's very easy to fuck up. Okay, we made it to the water. This is easy, right? This is easy. Just don't do anything stupid. Oh, that's not the right rock. It's not the right rock. You fucked your rappel up, stupid fuck. It's okay. No, you can't get an encounter when you press surf. Otherwise, you would just rappel before going in the water. Yeah, but doing it the way that I do it sets up a really pog rappel wear out, though. Yeah, heart rate chilling at a smooth 110. Warehouse is scary, these fights not so much. You just get triggered if you see quick attack. That's all. Did I ever think at some point during the run I am likely to get a world record? Yes. At Snorlax, this run was insane. And at Enter E4, it was obvious that I had a chance to record. What did Nick say in chat? Weird bonk. Weird bonk. Yeah, you teach Mewtwo Earthquake and Fire Blast. Weird bonk. It's okay. Save the good movement for the place where you can get encounters. Smart. Safe boulder. I think Mewtwo nickname costs more than 14 seconds, so no. Mewtwo is not manippable, and even if it was, it wouldn't be worth it, so no. Black class is off. Abra on. Risky Boulder is just holding left and reacting to the left movement. Safe Boulder is distinctively pressing left up, left down. You take the glasses off because you need to put the... wait, somebody asked in chat at the same time. Look. You take the glasses off because you need to put the Lumberry on, and Black Glasses no longer has any benefit. It's faster to take it off and then put it on than it is to overwrite the item with one that's already held. I don't know. Maybe Mewtwo doesn't cost 14 seconds. I know Kyogre does, but it's definitely a significant amount of time. I'm not sure. They were great. More audio lag transition skip shit on and off the bike. Off the bike to go here, except we do something really weird. This is actually so funny. That movement. Tall wears out. Don't open the Pokemon menu. Nice. No Omanite, Sag. See how much time this takes to teach over all this shit? Omanite just goes, boom, waterfall. I mean, I have no idea. I guess we'll have to see. Yeah, that's the idea. Omanite doesn't know 4 moves, so even though you have an extra Hall of Fame cutscene with him, it's still faster to bring him. But we had no party space for it this time because we needed to evolve 7 things, so Eevee just came with us. Got that nice Flareon Hall of Fame entry in World Record. So yeah, all these fights are free as fuck. Only thing that can happen is a quick attack on one of the fights. But then they ramp up the difficulty on you out of nowhere. Nah, Blastoise doesn't need Earthquake for anything. We're so close to green on record. But fun fact, the next split shall not be green on record, and nor shall the next one. If you told me that neither Rocket Warehouse nor Lorelei 2 would be green, I would not have believed you. Not without dying. Zero, but I haven't been outside much. You can react to this guy spinning and then go. It was slightly slow, but surely good enough. The reaction. So this is the repel wear out that I decide to not fuck with because I like don't know exactly where it's going to wear out. I just do it the old way and wait for the guy. And of course I get punished. But he moves pretty quickly. Wait, did I unpause while he was facing the right way? You stupid fuck. I did. I don't think he could have spun again, but stupid fuck. Maybe he could have. That looked like some audio lag. But I guess we didn't do the thing, so. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying it looked like audio lag, but also we didn't do it this run, so it doesn't apply. I did realize that after saying the first thing, though. You get off the bike to, again, reduce the audio lag between screen transitions. All right. And we do the little run the bike. We do it right. She moves, and I say, fuck that. Fuck that. No, thank you. All the people being positive about Warehouse. Squeezing is like a coin flip to die or some shit. We get it. Spirits are high. This is it. Nick said it might be smart to mute alerts soon. I didn't see that, but I did mute them somewhere around here for myself. Smart Nicks. That was a good spin. We like that. And that one did. I thought that one did take a second. It feels like forever when you're in the run. I don't know, dude. Didn't I gained like fucking. I mean, how many subs do I have right now? 16, 19. Yeah, there's a run counter on the timer. 9310. All right, we flinched these, right? Wrong. You'd be wrong. But that means we crit on turn 2, and then we flinch this one, right? Surely? We can flinch one of the hypnos that are extremely dangerous. Oh, just kidding. Goodbye, Lumberry. That is very bad to have occurred. And it's very unfortunate. But Lumberry good. That is for sure. I mean, look, if you know, if a speedrunner's picking up a fucking Lumberry, you know there's gonna be some shit. Like, there's gotta be a good fucking reason for that. Okay, so we surf this, we crit, but we miss the range. This is already a disaster. This is already a disaster. It's not a great range, to be fair. You just don't want to crit. I have crit and gotten the range too, which is also awkward, but not a disaster. This is a disaster. He minimizes. Disaster. We surf again. We miss. A disaster, I say. We get Screech. This is important. Set up X-Spec. Rock Tomb. It's fine. We're so fast that it doesn't matter. If we miss here, we cry. But we hit that one. Now, I've missed Blizzard the last fucking... It's either 2 or 3 times that I've been here. I've missed this fucking Blizzard. Now, you could be like, oh, but you hit the ones on Erica, bro. Yeah, well, I wish I could fucking trade it. We get Stun Spore. We're sad. Now, if I full restored, this would have been close. Thank God we hit. Another... Dude, I've useless crit a lot in this post game. Now this is where I must admit that I did not realize the danger that I was in. You see, I'm screeched right now, which means that the damage that I think this sludge bomb is going to do to me is way higher than I think. And if chat didn't say anything, I would have inted to this sludge bomb. You see that? I'm like, oh, fuck, you're right. And I make the only play I can think of, which is heal to full and pray that this does less than half. If it does 85, it did 77. So I actually should have full restored the paralysis rather than paraheal, because it would have saved me the heal here, but I wouldn't have known for sure. It would have been scary. Switching out loses the X spec, and then this doesn't die. So yeah. Okay, so this was a disaster. This was a fucking disaster of a fight, actually. This was so bad. So now, because that was shit, and it's not like we have like a huge lead to work with. In fact, we're actually behind. It was Headbob and Anon, I think, that saw it. Headbob had a clutch call earlier too. Might need a VIP Headbob. So yeah, because we got that shit fight, like maybe on really good pace, I would heal here, but now we need to go for the aggressive fight, which is go for the damage ranges. Unfortunately, we have 30 special this run, and this is one of the fights that it matters the most in. If I had 31 special, this Golbat would be an 11 and 16 range, and the Weezing would be a 12 and 16 range. But because we have 30 special, they're both 10 and 16, and we need to hit both of them or the run is dead. I was not planning on going for this, but with the ridiculously bad previously fight, the comically bad previous fight, I had to go for this. I have lost many runs to missing these ranges also. But we fucking did it. What was the reaction there? Hold on. It's just a Rattata. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Woo! 130. 130. I've tied to that so many times. That's right. I missed the Rattata range on Rocket. Deserved. 6 and 16. The Houndoom, is it? Could be. Could be. This Electrode can outspeed you if you have 21 speed or 22 without speed EVs. Headbob noticed that I was fucking dead to Sludge Bomb because I was Screech. Duh. I have uselessly critic. Dude, I lost non-negligible time to these useless crits. There were quite a few of them. Yeah, I've noted a couple of things that I would have done differently, but nothing too major. Delaying the heal for Giovanni's gem was probably the biggest decision that I would have changed, but I actually wound up not losing time for that, so. You just use Water Pulse more and earlier. Okay, so we lost time to Wave Warrior's Warehouse. We lost a minute to PB, and that's with getting the ranges on Weezing and Fast Executive. That fight was so bad. The one in between the Hypnos and the good fight was so bad. Like, it's actually crazy that we got the Weezing range and the Golbat range and the Weezing range and still got a 10-minute split. That was so garbage, man. That's right. We do hate people who ask me why I did an Exac when I fucking did. Fuck that guy. Making me question myself and shit. That is not... Like, why would you say that? I felt like world record chances were not great at this point, actually. And in fact, they were not. They were not great. Because unfortunately, Cerulean Cave is yet another example of high variance because you can get 0 encounters or you can get fucking 5 encounters. Because you aren't high enough level to repel off all the encounters, or even, like, most of them. Like, there's a decent number of the encounters that are high enough level to encounter you anyway. One encounter was fine, depending on what it was. If it was an Electrode that, like, I couldn't run from, then that would have killed it. But if it was just a normal encounter, I would have still gotten record with 1. I don't think so, but even if it did, it would be by an insignificant amount. It's more like 12. Yeah, look at that, dude. Fucking perfect movement, no encounters. So deserved. So deserved. Wait, we need the reaction here.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, our chances just went way up.
That's right. Our chances just went way up. Our
Way the
chances
fuck
went
up.
way up. And so did the heart rate. Avant
Name
wins.
the guy, name the guy, name the guy, guy.
Why did it just go up? Because I didn't get any encounters. Because I didn't get any encounters. Someone said, why up? This run was yesterday. I don't know. Why don't you go check yourself?
Chances went way up because you can get encounters in Cerulean Cave. And we got none.
Looks like level 60 only
85
help us
on
serve at the end.
Fireblast. Gotta
Let's
hit
see.
4 of them.
Bad menu? No, it wasn't. It was fine. I know I can do the Mewtwo swap better, but it was fine. What are the encounters? You can get fucking Kadabra, Electrode, Wobbuffet.
Show me the money, show me the money, 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 money.
I like money.
We crit
Money,
both
money, money. I have no idea
Dugongs.
how good my special attack is now.
We
we
crit
will take
both
that.
Dugongs. I love it. Somebody has to,
Mother,
yes,
could it be
you have to
multiple
Photoshop
bullets?
Mr. Krabs. For sure. Using Fire Blast feels bad, man.
Good.
Nah, Psychic
Good,
doesn't
good,
kill.
good. All right, let's see some money. No idea what our special attack is because we crit. Looks pretty good.
That does look pretty good. Yeah, I was reading some chat at this point.
Looks pretty good. That's a gold. That is a gold.
Wait, how big of a gold was that? Not that big.
That's a gold.
My goal
That
was
is a
pretty good
gold.
there. Oh,
Mother.
baby. Look
Oh,
at
mother.
that. No green, only gold.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck. Chad.
All right, ready to check stats, chat?
Wait, Bobo said something and it instantly disappeared. What did he say?
All right.
I swear to God, if you're not locked in right now. I didn't even read that, so I was. Okay. Drop the IVs. 241 attack, chat. I knew. I was like, what the fuck, chat? We already know that 201
Nice,
is the
Fire
max.
Blast.
Oh, then Bobel's the real hero. 244?
All right, chat, you're looking at top 2 numbers, attack and defense primarily.
Aw, see, it's kind of my fault. It's kind of my fault. It is. Because I said read the top 2 numbers. Obviously, I meant the top 2 numbers that aren't HP, but why would chat know that? Why would I believe that chat would know that? It's in their defense. Whew. That's a pretty Mewtwo. That's a pretty Mewtwo. We're fine with this. We're fine with the fucking 178 speed. Why does it say max HP? I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen that before. Why does it say max? Period. Max period HP. I understand it's short for maximum. It's not max period repel. It's not max period revive. Well, anyway, good Mewtwo. Really high special attack. Just enough attack to be comfortable with like all the ranges. And speed is too low. We are outsped by Aerodactyl, but that's minus speed nature. So IVs were 15 HP, 24 attack, 17 defense, 9 special attack, 19 special defense, 14 speed, roughly. And this was quiet, obviously, plus special attack minus speed, which, you know what? We take those because speed literally... speed loses
here.
1 turn and 1 heal, and that's it. It's fine. Yeah, only 9 special attack, plus nature goes hard.
No, it wasn't. 178, that's plenty.
Jet's like, but you said the top 2! Not says 241 is HP, you idiots. 241 is HP, you morons. 9 special attack is not ideal, but it's fine as long as it's not minus nature. You'll still be pretty much fine. So I looked at this and saw that Shadow Ball was probably a damage range to crit kill me. But you could argue that I should have healed here, taken the Shadow Ball, and then gone into Lance with lowish, with a slightly lower HP. But either way, I had to heal twice, so I guess it doesn't really matter. This plays around more, assuming that I do tank crit Shadow Ball. So I guess I like this.
We have the attack stat.
Yeah, it is scary when he starts dragon dancing
More
like
than
he did. I've never seen 2. I've never seen 2 before. So that wound up doing 80, and we lived on 91. So yeah,
Great.
I mean, definitely a range to kill. Probably wouldn't have killed. Well, I'm pretty sure he did Dragon Dance a 3rd time, no? Or no, that wouldn't be possible because Safeguard, X-Spec, X. No, yeah, no, he would have had a 3rd one because he was faster. I'm pretty sure he did do the 3rd one, actually. Which means you're about to get blasted. Is what that means. So I have like, what is it? Like a 13, maybe 14 and 16 range on Dragonite here at +2. And it's my plan to go to +3 here to avoid that range. Especially because I was taking Aerodactyl damage, and I don't know how fucking much.
There it is.
I don't know if like Aerodactyl plus Dragonite can kill me. I doubt it,
No,
but
I'm not doing +2 there. That's not necessary at all.
you see, I'm saying like I'm not doing +2. It's not necessary, and I was right. It wasn't necessary. I didn't need that time save. Safeguard, Thunder Wave. That's what's supposed to happen. He's supposed to just fucking Thunder Wave every turn. But we get Dragon Dance. Like, okay. Dragon Dance, sure, fine. X-Spec again. That's +2.
Dragon dances again.
And you see, I'm already saying it. If he Dragon Dances again,
I think we do it now, right?
we pivot. And then he Dragon Dances again.
Yeah,
we were
yeah,
so
yeah,
dead.
yeah,
If
yeah.
if I clicked X-Spec again there, we were dead as fuck.
Okay.
Good thing we had good special
We
attack.
pivoted because he started fucking flipping the fuck out. We've got like a 13 and 16 range on Dragonite or some shit.
It could have been
257.
hedge. It could have been. It could have been a range to kill me there. He has subbed before, I think. He just had been gifted a sub.
It's guaranteed
I don't
at
know.
258. Are you shitting me?
Yeah, this is wrong. I'm like freaking out about special attack. It wasn't as close as I
We have
thought, but
257.
it becomes 12 and 16 at
Oh, at
248
71.
at 71, and we had what 253. So yeah, this was
That's what I thought.
at least 13 and 16, probably 14. Well, no, that's not necessarily how it works, Doomcurl. It could have been 15 and 16 for him to kill me with Hyper Beam, and he could still not choose to use it because his pseudo roll told him no, it doesn't kill on the 1 in 16. I mean, somebody can calc it if they really want to. What +2 Hyper Beam does to this Mewtwo.
Very good special
I
attack.
have
You've
no
got
idea.
this. We've hit worse.
It's probably pretty close.
You've got this. You've got this. I know you do. I already know you do. Good. Very, very fucking good.
And we got him. We got the range.
My homie.
Crazy how this went down. It truly was a Pika fun run. 13 and 16. Okay. Scary. That's fucking scary. Fucking Arcanine was 14 and 16. True. Pika was the least fun part of this run. Well, it was guaranteed with the second Sandstorm, but not the first one, right?
All right.
Or was it actually just
Heracross.
guaranteed? Well, no, we're not saying he must have done anything. I don't know what Hyper Beam, how much damage Hyper Beam would have done. Your notes say guaranteed at 22 plus with 1 tick. Okay. Well, at any rate, good Mewtwo. So this is scary too. We get turn 1 Shadow Ball here. If he gets like D-drop and then like hits you again, then you can get like heel looped and then fucked. So him leading Shadow Ball here is really scary, but
Do it.
no D-drop. Nice.
Good. All right. Switch to your shit.
Correct. Special
Just like
D-drop, but he also knows Psychic. But we get the Calm Minds. How did I lose 10 seconds? Because I healed and was slower than Aerodactyl. No, it wouldn't have been. I mean, it would still have solidly been. Oh, yeah, and DD's really
That
slow.
one's
True.
70.
Way slower than Thunderwave. It would still have been world record with the time loss from third X-Spec for sure. That's true. I lost half a turn to extra DD. Yeah, I'm actually surprised I didn't lose more. God bless Exarian for the X attack strat. No, Earthquake Giga kills that at +3. Another Dragon Dance. I did outspeed this, but not by much. Like couple of speed points I outsped this guy by. So if I had a lower speed IB, we could have been fucked there. Yeah,
This is
Tyranitar
14
comes out
and
every
16.
time.
This is 14 and 16 to kill, though.
Weakest part of the round was Power Plant for sure. Power Plant plus getting Bug. Sand does help you kill Arcanine.
Yes, that should be it. That should be it. That should be it.
And
This is
also
guaranteed
Venusaur,
kill for special
actually.
attack.
Though I didn't need it this run. My special attack was so good. Yeah, it always dies with the special attack, especially with the Sandstorm hit. And thus began 1 hour of alerts.
We have an extra Pokemon for.
Like, unironically, it was like a full hour. Yeah, I plan to do.
boys.
I plan
Yes,
to do
boys.
FireRed Leaf Green
Exclamation
glitchless
point last
again
world
one
record.
day. Perhaps even soon,
wanna
depending
know,
on
how
what
many days?
our plan
How
is.
many fucking days?
How many days?
I will thank everyone who donated and subbed after.
How many days? It was
1,163.
1,163. 1,163 days. But now it's 0. That is a fast chat. I know. I'm literally like, I don't want to do a 9-hour stream today, he says before doing another 9-hour stream. I reset it so fast. Wait, did you reset it like on our canine kill? Or when did you do it? Epic.
Flareon the homie made it.
Heart palpitations on the double 10 and 16s, dude. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Look at that 0.50.
Oh, fuck.
Bizzle F, welcome back for 15 months. Oh, boys. Gold next? I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do, dude. I'm definitely not doing yellow. There's basically 3 options. FireRed, any percent, glitchless, for a little while I learn Sapphire off stream. FireRed any percent while I learn gold off stream, but I doubt that we'll have the manips ready in time for that. Or take a break until, like, I don't know, and then just start with Sapphire right away, and I've learned the game off stream by then. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. See how the hands feel, see how things go, take it easy. This record came at a good time, honestly. How did getting this record feel compared to other records you've gotten? It felt really good, actually. Happy with how I played, happy with the decision making. Good run. Happy with it. Approximately how many small, medium, large mistakes? I would say 1 medium mistake. Biting Raticate in Mansion was a medium mistake. One small mistake was healing before Giovanni instead of after. Water Pulse? Wait, what? You mean Water Pulse Persian? No. That was correct. He just died. It was still correct. It's just unlucky that he died. Didn't you say leaving Berry Forest was a mistake? No. Leaving Berry Forest was not a mistake. It would have been a mistake if I had left without the Oddish, and there were no large mistakes. The Hypno crit cost 2 encounters in the end, or just 1 even, depending on how you look at it. It wasn't actually that devastating, but it could have been easily. Now, Persian plus Hypno combined was actually pretty bad. That wound up costing 40 seconds. Oh, that was actually a medium mistake. Yes, as it turns out, full restoring instead of para-healing on Vileplume was a mistake. But not really going to fault myself for that one because I have never been in that situation before, and that situation was quite fucked, and there's no way I could have known. Like, even if I had full restored there, I wouldn't have been confident that I was going to tank the Sludge Bomb from Arbok with the 20 extra HP that I got from full restoring, or 30 extra HP, or whatever it was. I know, I already checked Anon. I would have lived with full restore. That's why I'm saying I should have full restored. But, like, tough spot. And I've never been in that situation before, so I did have some inkling at that moment that, like, maybe I should full restore, but I also knew that I was low on full restores. I think the line I wish I would have taken was use the full restore and then just buy full restores instead of picking it up. I think that's what I wish I would have done. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that FireRed Round 2 World Record commentary, and catch you guys in the next video.